What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Beastly Thoughts Show live here on YouTube. Today we got the Beastly Gamer. Say hello, Beastly.
West Side, baby. What's happening?
We got Cotton Made Player.
Hi.
9 to 5 Gamers.
What up?
Not too nerdy. You guys are.
What's up?
Should I start this over again, guys?
Oh, we're live? No.
Not too nerdy. What have you been playing this week?
That's a good question. Absolutely nothing. I've been trying to play games, but I was not feeling too well, and I've been really busy this week. I literally made 2 videos on my channel.
One of those late, early spring colds, because I've got one of those too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that, allergies. I have no idea what it is. I just wasn't feeling well, and I made 2 videos, and pretty much it was based off the update for the PS4. That's pretty much it.
A lot of people were making videos about that update. A lot of people here were making videos about that update. There's a lot of stuff in that PlayStation 4 update.
Yeah, they just threw everything that people thought was going to be there day one. They just threw it in there now. They're like, boom. And a lot of them, they didn't even say anything it was going to be in there. Yeah. And you have to look for it to activate it because it wasn't activated yet. So.
Yeah, like the HDCP. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird stuff, but it ended up, I think it really increases the value of the PlayStation 4 console. It's just all the things they updated, that Share Factory.
That's awesome.
COD Made Player made a video about that I watched to learn how to use it. The HCCP coming off, all of that stuff I thought was really good.
I'm excited about the Twitch.
Did you guys see how lame the controller light thing is? How you can barely adjust the light at all?
And not only that, but when you do it and you turn your system back on, it recycles it. So it's bright as soon as you turn it back on. And I'm like, are you serious? I have to do this every time I turn my system on?
I'm going with Not Too Nerdy Sushin. I like his customized logo on his controller.
Yeah, those are nice, and it also sells a blacked out one too, in case you want a blackout one. So if you don't want any light, they could block it out.
I'm not racist. Maybe I'll get a whiteout one.
No, they have that too.
That's the kind I
got. Man, I'm not gonna spend money on a blacked out one. I'll just get a Sharpie and color the light bar up.
Yeah, a little bit of electrical tape.
Oh yeah.
9 to 5 Gamers. What have you been playing this week? I know you've been playing Child of the Light, and I want to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I've been playing that. Trials Fusion, I'm almost done with. I'm on the last
expert courses.
I'm on the last hard part, and then I'm on to the expert one.
Those are hard. The hard is hard.
Hell yeah, it is. Absolutely, you gotta ride on one wheel for damn near.
Yeah.
And then I finished my Fez, which my last part will be going up tonight.
Okay, so Trials Fusion, let's talk about Trials Fusion first, because I really like that game, but it is definitely hard. It's not for everybody, but the genius of that game, and has always been since they started making those on the Xbox, is that if you fail, you hit that restart button, you just, without hesitation, go back to the last checkpoint or back to the beginning of the race, so you never get those long load times that really frustrate you. I think that game is actually really fun.
Yeah, if that game had load times, it would ruin it. Because
it really
you
would.
hit that button so many damn times. There's a level where I died 240 some times. I'm like, all right, should I just stop and come back to this?
And that's hard. That's not even the expert level stuff yet.
Yeah.
There's some really hard stuff in there. You really gotta be quick on the sticks.
Did you guys hear about the dark twist to Trials Fusion that actually every time you die in the game, that your character actually really dies, and
you're a clone.
You're a clone. They're being assembled on an assembly line.
Yeah.
That kind of makes you not want to fuck up.
Yeah.
They were kind of comparing it to how Portal was.
Yeah.
Like how the end of Portal, you find out that, spoiler, whoever hasn't played Portal, you're sad. You're a sad human being because Portal's amazing. But yeah, they did the same thing with that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a story to that game, which kind of adds to it. Like the background of the 2 AIs kind of chatting back and forth is fun.
Yeah.
It adds something to each level. Some of the levels are gorgeous.
Yeah.
What I always find funny with Trials, all of them, is sometimes you don't take a deep breath before resetting. You'll keep dying in the same part because the checkpoint is always in a bad spot sometimes. You have to realize, all right, I need to do this. And sometimes you just restart and you die over and over again.
If you don't have the momentum that you brought with you into that checkpoint, sometimes it's twice as hard.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Sometimes I just reset all the way to the beginning because I need the momentum to get through that area. I'm like, forget it, I'll try the whole damn level again.
So, Child of the Light, I saw that you posted a video, Child of the Light. I downloaded this game as soon as it came out, but I haven't actually had a chance to play it. Can you explain a little bit about this game?
It's a It's made with the Rayman engine. It's a role-play game, like turn-based RPG. But the cool thing about it is while you're in battle, your right stick, or you can use the thumb pad as well. If you can pick
It's like a
between the
little
two.
light, yeah.
Yeah, you can control the light, and you can put it on whatever enemy is attacking you in order, and you can stop them from attacking you. Like, you can slow down their turn. And then you get into the cast area, and if you cast your spell while they're in that area as well, you'll stop their cast. So you'll just, like, pretty much block it in a sense.
Right.
It's like you get to reset their move. There's a little gauge
Yep.
that lets
Yep.
you know when they're getting ready to attack. And if you screw them up at the right pivotal moment, it takes their whole turn away.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's also a big element functionality to it. Like, you can equip things that protect you from fire or protect you from water, or you can do the same with your weapon. And then when you do that, you're like, say you're fighting a fire character, you use water, it's going to do a hell of a lot more damage, and sometimes you'll interrupt their move depending on the timing of your move. And it doesn't even have to be in the cast bar, just because it's element based.
I've heard it compared a lot to Grandia 2, the combat system. Have you ever checked out Grandia 2?
Yeah, I've never seen it. I know it's a Dreamcast game. I've never even seen footage of that at all, which is crazy.
Yeah, I've heard it's very similar to that, and that basically what you do is you touch an enemy to start a battle, and then you're brought into this turn-based kind of side world. But while you're actually playing the game, it's a 2D side scroller, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a platformer, is it?
Yeah, it's not traditional, because at first it's like a platform. You're walking around, and then you start flying, and you can fly in the air, and then you can go everywhere. But then, as you're flying, they put all these little puzzles in. Like, you have to hit a switch to go through this area and make the spike stop moving, or else you can't time it right. Mm-hmm. And you can also use the little ball guy when you're in, like, not in a fight, when you're in just a world. You can put the ball on a character and mess with them and make them so they don't even react to you being there, and then you can fly right by them.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool. And that's supposed to be co-op too? Like, you could do that?
You can do that same screen.
Yeah,
it's not multiplayer like online or anything.
Yeah, because I think the second person controls the ball guy, and that's what the second person does. Right? Yeah,
which I could see that being pretty cool too, because sometimes I'm so involved in the battle, I don't even think to move the blue guy. I'm like, damn it, I forgot I could actually stop his attack, but I completely forget about it half the time.
Is that couch multiplayer, or is that online?
Couch.
Yeah. Couch. That's
awesome.
That's old.
All right, so you also finished Fez.
Yeah, I finally finished Fez.
Like, now that it's complete, the complete package, what do you think?
I loved it. I loved it. It was worth the wait. Like, I was originally going to get on PC and play it like a long time ago, and then I was thinking about actually when I went through like 3 Xbox 360s, and I was going to pick up another one when that got released, and I think there was like 3 other like exclusive titles that were just on that system that I was going to pick it up for, and I was like, forget that, I'm not doing it. And then I just waited, so then I finally got it on there.
You went through 3 Xbox 360s?
Yeah, 3 Xbox 360s, and after that I was like, yeah, fuck you, I'm buying a PlayStation.
Yeah, I went through quite a few Xbox 360s too. I kept getting numerous issues.
Wow, I still got my original.
But I love Fez. It's probably one of the better puzzle games I've ever played. I highly recommend that to anybody who's into even any sort of puzzle-based game. If you're into it, like I played Catherine. Echochrome, yeah. It's kind of along the same lines as that, where you need to rotate the level in order to walk across certain beams or find different areas.
It sounds good. I've never checked it out. I always have meant to. COD-made player, what have you been playing this week?
Actually, I went to GameStop the other day to pre-order Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and this older guy walked in with an Xbox 360, had no cables to it, so GameStop was going to throw it away. I was like, hey, man, I'll take that. So they gave it to me. I brought it home. Had Red Ring of Death. I fixed it. I got it all fixed up now. It works. So I've been playing some GTA 5 finally again. And then I downloaded Daylight. That game's pretty freaking fun. Really intense. Gave me anxiety attack.
Daylight is the horror game? Is that what?
Yeah. Then basically the new Outlast.
Oh, okay.
Playing a lot of Resogun lately because I play with Not Too Nerdy, and I was like, damn, this game's kind of fun again.
We were playing for a while. That was fun, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun co-op.
even though I kept getting my ass kicked and dying.
So did I, man. We both sucked at the beginning, man. That was pretty bad.
I didn't even realize that Resogun was a multiplayer game.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. It gets even crazier with 2 people on screen though, like cause
I bet that game is crazy. Yeah.
he kept scaring the crap out of me. I'm like, oh crap! And then, he's like, it's just me. I'm like, oh okay, cool.
Yeah. And what else have I been playing? I actually bought Trials Fusion. I'm not going to do any videos of that. I'm not really into the game too much. I mean, it's pretty fun, strategy-based, but it's not something I want to put in my videos. But the game really does intrigue me. It's pretty fun. Good way to waste time because you get freaking stuck into it that you want to beat this track that you keep fucking up on.
Yeah.
And what else have I played? Been playing some Battlefield 4 with 9 to 5 gamers. We do that at least once or twice a week. And just waiting to get my Xbox 360 so I can play some Dead Rising 3 and some Titanfall with you guys.
Squads mode came out for Battlefield 4, right? 9 to 5 gamers, I think, tweeted about that.
Yeah, it's broken though. It's so fucking broken.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Like if you have a party over 3 people, you can't get into any room at all.
Yeah, I made a video about that.
Lose connection.
Yeah. It'll try to migrate you into a game, and then it'll act like it's loading up, and then all of a sudden it'll say, "Oh, can't connect to host." So as long as you have like 2 people in a squad, you're good to go. But you go to any more than that, because you can get 5 people up in your squad, and there's no way to fucking do it yet.
Yeah.
This disc has not been used that much at all.
You can't play first-person shooter. That's your problem. That's why.
I definitely can. I just you guys laugh now. You see some of my video, my black light. I was doing pretty well in that. Just to let you know.
You should donate that back to GameStop or something.
What happened?
I said you should donate that game back to GameStop. They need
I should donate to the ground because that's where it came from. Obviously, they didn't do anything. As soon as they fix it, as soon as they say, "Guess what, guys? We're just kidding. Battlefield 4 is releasing next week."
Yeah, they should almost re-release it and give it to everyone for free.
All right, the game's fixed for everybody else, but for Not Too Nerdy, it's still broken because
I heard there's some empty
shit.
I heard there's some empty landfill base out in Texas there.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, so has the game not crashed on anyone?
No, the game itself is fixed. It runs perfect now. As long as you have to search for the server. Don't use the quick serve. Like don't just go to quick match. You have to search server and based off your region and then do it that way and then just pick like the highest ping and you'll never even lag. It doesn't even rubber band anymore.
So you have to do it like that. They still won't directly.
The quick match is broken.
Okay.
Yeah.
They also released for Battlefield 4 servers. You can rent servers for the console versions.
Yeah, it's lame though because when you get in a server, if you're like a big like monster and you're just destroying everybody, like me and CODmate player and one other person we were playing with, they kicked us all. Like we won the match and right before the match ended, they kicked the whole team, so we didn't get any of our points for the round.
Well, that's completely bullshit.
Yeah, that's why I was never fond of doing that, like having a hosted room. They did the same thing on Soulcom and on Rainbow Six and all that. They would, if you're really good and they don't want to challenge, they'll just kick you.
I like the idea of it though, being able to customize your rule set on the server. Like for COD, it would be great. Like have a server that has none of the bullshit that COD always has in it. Like no target finders, no IEDs, none of this like crap that just gets in everybody's way that everybody hates anyway. But everybody says they hate it, but everybody's using it. So like, if I could get a COD game that didn't have like any one game that just didn't have all the baloney, like. Imagine Modern Warfare 2 that just didn't have, noob tubes and, javelin glitching and, all this junk that just ruins these games. That's really attractive to me.
That's why I always tell my buddies when we're playing Titanfall, I get so mad when I get killed by a satchel charge. But when I do it, I love that shit.
Yeah, it's fun to tell.
It's cool as hell when I do it. When they do it to me, I'm mad as hell.
Well, here, catch this.
I see it as when you complain about something that's in the game, but like, why the fuck you complain about it? It's in the game. It's there to use. Just deal with it. I know it pisses you off when you get killed by it, but when you use it, you're all fucking happy. So it's basically like being a hypocrite.
IEDs,
it's like hot, bitch. I got you.
IEDs are different though. I never use them. I swear, I just never use them.
Well, when we talk about the next subject, COD. When we talk about the next subject, that's when I'll debate that.
I feel like we're going to talk a lot of COD tonight.
When we talk about Call of Duty, then I'm going to debate that because there's two features that they're definitely going to add by the trailer, and that's something that pissed me off with Crisis, pissed me off with Titanfall. This is something that should not be in a competitive multiplayer. Never should you ever have cloaking. But go ahead. That's all I gotta say.
Beastly Gamer, what have you been playing this week?
I've been doing a little bit of a lot of different gaming, man. At work all week last week, I was playing my Pixel Junk Monsters on my PlayStation Vita.
Yeah.
At home, I've been really focusing on my channel, trying to get things together. I just did my my gaming setup video that went out last night. I have been playing some old school Modern Warfare. I played Modern Warfare 2. I've been playing that. Modern Warfare 3. And Modern Warfare 2 pissed me off beyond belief because
that game is completely broken.
if you see what these idiots are doing in this game now, I mean, as soon as I saw it, actually I got it saved. I might upload it. I mean, flying through the sky, just shooting. I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah, oh yeah. The game's completely hacked.
And me, I'm trying to shoot him out of the sky, not knowing that it just can't happen.
Yeah.
And so I was playing Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I've been doing a little bit of Call of Duty Ghost Onslaught. I've been playing that. I really like those levels, the Onslaught DLC maps. Mm-hmm. They really bring back that nostalgia of a close quarters map that you can deal with where you know the enemies aren't 400 yards away. And so I've really been enjoying that. What else? I've been playing Gotham City Imposters, which came out on PS3.
Is that game still running?
Yes.
It's got a community still?
Yes. It was part of that dollar sale that I told you guys about a few weeks ago. And speaking of sales, since I'm the Beastly Gamer, I feel like it's my duty to bring our viewers this information. PlayStation Network has a $5 flash sale going on right now. They got about 25 games, including games like Max Payne 3 and Red Dead Redemption, all for $5. And so this sale ends tomorrow at 12 p.m. So if you guys have a few extra dollars in your PlayStation Network account and you want to get a few extra games, check out the PlayStation Network's $5 flash sale.
Yeah, go. You gotta check out their website because I don't think they're showing it in the on the store on the consoles, right? You gotta actually go to their website.
No, you can see it on the console.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yeah, just look up. Well, it should be right there in the front. Flash sale.
Okay.
But yeah, most of the games during that sale already have. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of Call of Duty because I wanted to remember what made Call of Duty great.
Yeah, everybody's got these like nostalgic love for the old Call of Duties, but that shit was broken as hell, and people forget. Like, especially Modern Warfare 2. People are always saying Modern Warfare 2 was the best Call of Duty that ever came out, and I say, are you kidding me? Like the javelin glitch. I mean, there's so much junk that was absolutely game-breakingly broken about that game. It was the most frustrating Call of Duty that ever came out.
But the thing is.
World at War was fun, but it just was so broken too. But World at War was a lot of fun, man.
World at War had only one gun that was good, though. Like, everything else was junk. That MP40 was like everybody was running around with Juggernaut MP40.
Well, see, the problem with Modern Warfare 2 was just too easy for everybody to hack. You could just put something on your flash drive, stick it into the PS3, or stick it into your Xbox 360, and all of a sudden you have a hacked account.
You didn't even have to go that far. You could hack it from within the game, like that Juggernaut, the Javelin glitch. People were doing that for the first 6 months of that game before they patched that game. They didn't patch that game for 6 months after release, and it was constantly. You were just constantly dealing with that shit. It was so broken.
Now,
the game was frustrating.
The thing is, I did like when Modern Warfare 2 works. It works well when you get a game that has real players. That they're not trying to take advantage of glitches and hacks.
I've never seen that lobby.
Yeah. I saw one today. It doesn't happen as often, but like say for instance if they were to remake Modern Warfare 2 on PS4 without all those issues, it would still be a fun game.
The maps were fun. A lot of the weapons were fun, but they had so many. They had like that Danger Close perk combined with noob tubing, and what was the one where you could change your loadout during the match so you could constantly be refilling your noob tube? I forget what the name of that perk was.
That's one where you pick up the weapons. You can actually like change your loadout during the match, and what would happen is basically
you would have somebody just make 2 classes where you could do that, and they'd constantly be noob tubing throughout the match. They'd go to this place that you couldn't find them or that was well hidden, and start just noob tubing people constantly, and then they would earn a nuke using this bullshit setup. And it's like, how is that fun for anybody else on the map? They're just getting like noob tubed constantly by this danger close. And then the new danger close would also work with the kill streaks. So if you got a chopper gunner, the splash damage was so powerful that like if you were anywhere near where that thing was shooting, you were gonna die. That game was broken, and people forget how bad that game was.
I want to draw a comparison here between what BriarRabbit just said and what a husband would say to a psychiatrist after he found his wife cheating. This game has hurt you, BriarRabbit. This game has hurt you. If you changed a few of the words that BriarRabbit said, a few of the words, and I'm telling you now, she was good until I walked into the room, and then she turned around and said, well, what are you looking at? I mean, that's what it sounds like you're talking about. This game really did a number on you.
Well, there's a revisionist history about Call of Duty, though.
If you love it, though, you'll accept it for what it is.
That's
like me in Battlefield.
Look, there's a
I'll take you back.
Call of Duty, right? Is all these people are saying that, whenever the new Call of Duty come out, this happened with Black Ops 1, it happened with Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and now it's happening with Ghosts. Everybody says this game sucks. Modern Warfare 1, COD 4, or Modern Warfare 2 were the best games ever. They should bring it back to that. Everybody forgets how fucking broken those games were and how much they wanted a new game when those games were actually being played. When they're like, if you put out Call of Duty Ghosts side by side with Modern Warfare 2, nobody would have been playing Modern Warfare 2 because Call of Duty Ghosts is so much better. It's so much better. Everybody has this like nostalgic remembrance for Modern Warfare 2.
Is Ghosts that much? Do you think Ghosts is really better than Black Ops 2?
Absolutely. Black Ops 2? Black Ops 2?
Black Ops. I'd say Black Ops.
Black Ops 1?
I'd say Black Ops 1.
The first Black Ops, I think, was one of the best Call of Duty.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I think Black Ops 2 downgraded from Black Ops. I'm saying, like, from Black Ops, that's the thing. That's what people are comparing it to. I think that's why people had a bad taste of Ghosts. I literally did not buy Ghosts. I rented Ghosts. And I played it, and I even have footage when I played it right on the PS3 because I didn't want to wait a month until the PlayStation 4 came out. Okay, it came out a month before PlayStation 4 came out. So then I played it, and you see the footage. I was doing all right. I just got bored with it. I literally said that this sucks. Like I literally played until like I literally prestige in the first 3 days. Me and my friends were playing with prestige, and that's what we used to do all the time. Anytime Call of Duty came out. That's why people say I don't play first-person shooter. I played them, but like I tend not to play anymore because of that reason. Because
that's right.
They're not making
your honor. Defend your honor.
I'm just saying it because they're not making changes. You know what I mean? And like that's the thing that drives me crazy. It's the same story, same type of weapons, and like they might add 1 or 2 weapons differently, but we could lead into the next Call of Duty if you guys want to announce that.
That's a segue.
Beasley, you've been playing anything else? I want to talk about what I've been playing before we get.
I've been playing. I've been playing my Dreamcast. I've been playing Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. Played a little bit of Echo the Dolphin. I'm really considering playing Skies of Arcadia.
On Dreamcast, do you own that game or do you need to pick it up?
I own it. Yeah.
How is that game not on some kind of online service? We should.
Because they want the world who doesn't have a Dreamcast to suck.
They released it for the Nintendo, one of the Nintendo platforms.
The GameCube, yeah.
What game? Which
Skies
one?
of Arcadia?
Oh, I thought you meant Echo. I'm like,
Echo the Dolphin.
They have it on Android, I think.
Yeah, they do.
So I've been getting into retro. I've played you just mentioned that. Me and my oldest son, we've been playing Smash Brothers on GameCube. And I've been whooping his ass. He asked me to upload it so you guys can see how good he is. But, I've had an actually pretty good week as far as gaming goes. And setting up my channel and getting new stuff like new lights. And I'm looking into getting me a new HD video recorder. So things are looking up for the BC Gamer.
That's nice. One of the great things about YouTube is if you're a nerd, there's tons of stuff to buy.
Like right when you think you're good. All right, I'm good. I got everything I need. Yeah. No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm a huge nerd, and I love buying and fiddling with gadgets, and that's one of the attractions to YouTube for me. So I've been playing a whole bunch of Wedding Planner 2014. You guys heard about this game? It's a free-to-play game. This is a free-to-play game.
No, it's not.
No, it's not free to play.
It's definitely not free to play.
However,
It's free to watch. It's free
There's
to
definitely microtransactions hidden somewhere.
I wouldn't call it microtransactions, right? Mega
Mega transactions, yeah.
The graphics are amazing, but the writing is a bit meh. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of that. So my game time has been a little bit reduced this week. Like I said, I didn't even get a chance to play Child of the Light after I downloaded it. Actually, before I move on, 9 to 5 Gamers, do you have a PS Vita?
I did, and I don't.
Yeah, because what I was hoping was that I could use that through the PS Vita, like remote play it.
You can use it remote play. My buddy actually sent me a picture on Instagram and tagged me in it because he was playing it remote play.
Yeah, because it seems like a great game to play on a portable device.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I just had a question about that before I moved on. So I want to screen share you a couple of screenshots of a game I have actually been playing. Give me a second to get that going. This little dude. Oh, that looks. This little dude's name is Leo, right? Can you guys see him?
Yeah. Only when you talk, he pops up.
All right, I gotta probably select myself there.
Yes.
This little dude's name is Leo. This is an iOS game that it's available for the iPad, the iPhone, and basically any iOS device, right? And let me grab another picture here. I'm not real good at this, so stick with me for a second here. What this game is actually called is, I believe it's called Leo's something or another, and I lost the name of it, and I can't remember it now. Leo's Fortune for iOS. So this guy, all right, I can't make the screen share work, so I'm just going to ditch it so I can actually talk.
It's all good.
So Leo's Fortune, basically it's a side-scrolling game, right? And you saw the picture of Leo. He's this little furball with a mustache. He talks with a Russian accent. He's absolutely hilarious. And the great thing about this game is graphically it's amazing. For an iOS game, if they had released this for PlayStation 4, I would have said, wow, this game looks amazing on my PlayStation 4. But it's on my iPhone, so it just looks fantastic. It's really rich graphics, really nice looking game. And it plays really well. It's got tight controls on my iPhone, which is totally ridiculous for an iPhone game. Normally, that's my #1 complaint for any iOS game is that you're using the screen to control a side-scrolling platformer, and it just never works. This game is designed for the side-scrolling platform, and it feels really good. And the game has a lot of charm and a nice little story that keeps you rolling, and it's kind of fun. I really like it, and it's like $4 or $5 on the iPhone, which is a nice value. There's no microtransactions. It feels like a good value. There's 24 levels total, and you're basically just following this guy along trying to find his gold. He's like this rich kind of Russian czar, but he's a furball, and he jumps, and when you jump, you kind of make him inflate, so he gets like to be a bigger furball. And he kind of floats around. I don't know. It's a really fun game. It's charming. It's fun, and it works really well, like for those short gaming sessions while you're waiting for the justice of the peace to sign a form or something.
Honestly, I think they copied. It looks exactly like Oscar the Grouch with the mustache.
Totally.
I should say.
He's got this Russian accent, right? And he, all throughout the levels, he's talking. He's constantly talking. He's like, "Oh, this looks dangerous," like that. It's really funny. Like, it's just a charming game.
Can you please do the accent again?
One time, you're gonna have to rewatch the video to get it back. It's a really fun game, though. It's called Leo's Fortune. It's available on all the iOS devices.
It's also available on Android for those.
Oh, is it?
I'm glad to hear it because everybody should be able to play this game. I'd really like to see it come to like PSP and DS too, because I think it's one of those games that everybody's gonna enjoy. It's nice. The controls are really tight. It's really fun. And that's all I've been playing.
Wow.
Wedding Planner 2014 and Leo's Fortune is really gonna wrap this one up. All right, can we start talking about COD? I mean, I know we couldn't resist talking about COD.
Please,
let's go for it.
But where did COD Made Player go?
Yeah, the one person that should talk about it isn't here.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna resend them a invitation. But while I'm doing that, I want to jump in with Beasley. You made a video this week saying that COD Ghost is the worst COD of all time. You said that in the video, and I want you to explain why you think that.
Call of Duty Ghost, for me, I play it. I'm getting pretty good at it, but I don't feel the same connection that I felt playing Black Ops 2, playing Modern Warfare 3, or even playing Modern Warfare 2. It's some kind of disconnect. It's really hard for me to pin down exactly why. There are multiple little snippets and tidbits that make me dislike it versus the other games. One of those things is how huge some of the levels are. Okay.
The DLC addresses that to some point, but the levels that came with the game are definitely, they're bigger. I would say that they're about the size of Modern Warfare 2 maps.
And me personally, I like a lot of the other perks and kill streaks from some of the other Call of Duty games. And if I had to pick one, as of right now, it wouldn't be Ghosts. It would be one of the others. Honestly, I did like Modern Warfare 2 and play it more than I do Ghosts. Modern Warfare 3 I don't think was as good as Modern Warfare 2, but I still played it and enjoyed it quite a bit. Black Ops 2 for me was the high point. I played that game constantly. I was just like you, BriarRabbit, for a solid year. That's what me and my wife played nonstop, and I enjoyed it. Call of Duty Ghosts, when it came out, it felt like somehow they had taken a step back. Everything seemed slower, a little bit more lethargic. It seemed harder to just rush, because in Black Ops 2 you could rush constantly.
Yeah, I think actually the way that game is designed with the netcode is that you have to rush because you're constantly, the guy who's moving seems to have an advantage because the way that game performs on a network is there's a disconnect between what you're seeing as a player and what your opponent is seeing, and it's bigger than in other Call of Duty games. Like in Call of Duty Ghosts, when I get shot and I see the replay of it, like I say, yes, that's exactly how it went down in my eyes, when I was playing. In Black Ops 2, I was like, what are you doing? That was not anything like what happened. I was way around that corner. That dude was shooting at air, and, why am I dead? There was a ton of that in Black Ops 2, and I don't feel any of that in Call of Duty Ghosts. And to me, that makes it a lot more fun because I don't feel constantly frustrated by the network code of Black Ops 2.
Well, I probably didn't experience that as much because I was doing more killing than getting killed in Black Ops 2. But
what do you want? I just heard a challenge. I just heard a challenge.
I had to throw that out there. But, I do think the net code in Ghost is, it's more meticulous. I haven't seen any of that in Ghost. Very little. Very few times have I gotten killed and then wondered how the hell the opponent killed me. I was behind the wall in Ghost. It does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and it probably does happen less than it did in previous iterations of the game. But still, I like Black Ops 2 more than Ghost.
Yeah, my thing with Call of Duty Ghosts is it's definitely a slower paced Call of Duty than we got used to with Black Ops over the last year, right? But I feel like it's a tighter game, and once you kind of learn where the campers are, then you get used to that. IEDs. If I could get into a lobby that just banned IEDs, I would do it because I feel like that is the thing about Call of Duty Ghosts that everybody's always going to remember. That game was cool, but those IEDs suck. But we also every year I watch YouTube videos about the current Call of Duty game. I watched them when I was playing Modern Warfare 2. I watched them in Black Ops 1, and every year, all YouTubers were saying, this game is kind of boring. I wish we could go back to Call of Duty 4. I wish we could go back to World at War. I wish we could go back to Modern Warfare 2. So every year I hear this, but I don't really believe it because I think that if you release the current Call of Duty game at any point in that time and you compared it to Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 2, you'd be shocked by how bad that game was compared to what the new Call of Duty is. And I think that would work when Black Ops 1 came out, when Modern Warfare 3 came out, when Black Ops 2. I think the games have steadily gotten better. Black Ops 2 and Ghosts kind of diverge in that Black Ops 2 is a much faster-paced game. Call of Duty Ghosts is much more strategic in my eyes. But I still say that Call of Duty Ghosts is a far superior game to Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, World at War, even Black Ops 1, really.
Now, to be 100% honest with you guys, I resisted playing Call of Duty for the first few years the game came out, and the reason is I like to be my own guy. If I hear the whole world is like caught up in some game, especially a first-person shooter, me coming from a fighting background, I really play more fighting games than anything else, especially at that time. I was like, I don't want to get into something new and start, shooting people. To me, a first-person shooter was Doom, the original Doom.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it looks okay, but I don't want to get into that. And I resisted until Modern Warfare 2 came out. And luckily for me, I resisted and realized how stupid I was. I recently, it hasn't even come in the mail yet, I bought Black Ops 1 because I hear a lot of people saying that is like the best one of the best ever. So that'll be here probably tomorrow or Tuesday.
The best balance, I think. I think it's all around balance. Yes.
And
everybody break down here?
Can you hear me?
For a second.
Yeah, we had a little glitch there.
Yeah.
Not Too Nerdy was just to say the best, I believe the best Call of Duty?
No,
said the most balanced.
I said it's the most balanced. I think that's why it's the best.
I also liked in Black Ops 1 how the guns were really inaccurate. Like you had to tap the fire button. You couldn't just hold it down and spray down.
Yeah, they're more burst fire.
Yeah, after that, all the guns really have become laser beams. I haven't seen that happen again, and that was one of my favorite parts about Black Ops 1 is that you couldn't spray an assault rifle across the map and kill somebody. You might hit them with one bullet, but the rest of them are going to be all over the place. So you really had to burst fire.
Really good. Okay.
I think that Black Ops 1 had a real skill gap, and I like that in Call of Duty games. I like when there's a good skill gap, and that's what I like about Call of Duty Ghosts too. I really think there is a strong skill gap. Black Ops 2 was I don't know. Black Ops 2. There were good players and there were bad players, but the medium players got lucky a lot. It felt like.
This is basically what you're saying about Call of Duty Ghosts, and I do agree with you on this. The Call of Duty, as far as the way the game runs, as far as the net code, is a far superior game than the rest. I don't think anybody can say that that's not true. But I'm saying, for some reason, I felt a much tighter connection playing Black Ops 2, even though it does have a lot more faults than Call of Duty Ghosts.
I like that there's actual color in Black Ops 2. That's something I really
missed.
It's
a whole rainbow, that two monotone brown and green.
They use more colors than gray and dark gray.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I think whoever was designing and the lead artist for Ghosts, they had to have a real problem. I'm sure they most recently got divorced or something because
a little depressed.
Yeah, every map is washed out. Every map is washed out colors, and on top of that, they decide for each map that has washed out colors to make the uniform of the
also gray.
The same color as the background.
And that damn ghillie suit. Guys hiding in corners with ghillie suits. You're no kind of man. Get up there. Get up. Stand up and fight like a goddamn man.
BriarRabbit, he feels it in his heart, guys. He really does. Bear with it.
So, you guys want to talk about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare? I think that was the biggest news of this week, right?
Wait, what's that?
One more question.
What is that?
Is that an iOS game?
Honestly, it's funny you guys should say that because when I watched that trailer, I was thinking to myself, this game could have any name on it, and I would be like, cool, man, new game. The fact that it says Call of Duty, it doesn't look like a Call of Duty game to me. I mean, it doesn't look any more like a Call of Duty game than it looks like I don't know.
Yeah,
Titanfall, yeah. I mean, it could have any name. It doesn't need to have that Call of Duty name because it's just, it looks so different. That advanced setting or that future setting, it's really going to change things.
You guys see the joke going around on Twitter that people kept tweeting like different pictures for the game? That it had like Kevin Spacey and it said Advanced Warfare and it had him on the Game Boy Advance. It was like the Game Boy Advance picture of it. He's just there. I love that, man. That's awesome.
So, what did you guys think of the trailer? Did it get you excited? Was it boring? What did you guys think?
I'll let you go, Not Too Nerdy. What did you think?
I questioned it. It looked pretty cool. The story to me right away, the same story. As much as people want to argue, it's the same story. Someone got the wrong person got power. Mm-hmm. And now you're there. It's underworld. You have to stop them. Same story. They've never separated from that story. That's always the story, no matter how you look at it. It's every Call of Duty story. So
yeah, there's only really 7 stories in the world, and we just keep telling them.
And now you're looking at the exoskeleton suits. They took that from a movie. I'm not gonna say which movie.
Yeah, Elysium.
Yeah, there you go. They literally took that from a movie, but that's fine. If people want something different in the game, that's cool. And there's certain features of it, I want to see real gameplay from this. I want to see how they're going to use it, what they're going to use on multiplayer. Because some of these features look cool, like climbing a wall and stuff like that, but can you use that in multiplayer?
Yeah,
Like,
well, a lot of Call of Duty games have things in the single player that you can't do in the multiplayer.
That's what I mean. Like, the people were talking about, like, to take cover behind a wall. Like, how are we going to use that? Are they be able to? How's that going to work? Are you going to get shot as you're pulling that wall out? Like, what are you going to do?
I hope so. I hope I'm shooting your ass while you're doing it.
Because you're in the animation. You know what I mean? You're in the animation while someone else is playing. I don't think that's going to happen like that. It's going to take too long for you to do that. I don't know how it's going to work.
That wall was cool. I don't want to... Damn. That wall is cool, though, because if it is in multiplayer, it sets up a whole bunch of different strategies you can use it for. Yeah, you can set it up and camp behind it, in a corner somewhere. But you can also set it up in a hallway, like between the enemies and your objective, so that they have to like mantle over it to get to your objectives, and then you just mow them down while they're trying to get over it. Stuff like that would be cool.
It might be a kill streak too. It might not be something you can.
It's killing me that every time Call of Duty, right, and all the fans, they try to limit people from camping, and now they're adding more features to make people camp. They're gonna add cloak. And they're going to add all this stuff that lets people camp. A lot of people that cloak, they sometimes snipe. Imagine a sniper cloaking. Sniper cloaking and put something in front of them so you can't see them. That's ridiculous.
That just brings us back to Black Ops 1 with ghost camping. People would put ghost on so you can't detect them on a radar, and then they just camp the whole game.
It's funny because like people complain, they're like, "Oh, cool, it's cloak." That's why cloak doesn't work. Cloak does not work well at all at Crisis. People hate cloak. Like if you look at it, people use it every second. And like if you don't use it, then you're gonna die. So you have to use it too. And then it becomes like, oh, did I really get that kill, or was it just because I was cloaked and they could have seen me?
I've heard it said many times that the cloaking is what killed Crisis 3 multiplayer. That game was solid overall, but the cloaking killed it.
And don't forget, they took that straight out from Blacklight Retribution, the radar, the scanners. If they use that in the multiplayer, you're going to be able to see everyone through walls now? I don't know about that.
Oh, that's the ultimate anti-camper, though. You chuck that thing into it. Like, okay, give it a limited field.
That's the answer right there. That's the answer to campers.
Give it a limited field of radius. So what you saw in the trailer would be how it works in single player. But in multiplayer, give it like a limited field, small radius. Chuck it into a room. Anybody who's camping in that room, you're gonna be able to see them. You're gonna see which way they're pointing. You're gonna go in there. You're gonna slaughter them, and you're gonna feel good about it.
What if you are the camper? Then you know what everyone is to snipe them from far away.
The camper. You should. No.
He said you should never be the camper.
That's the problem. If you're cloaking, or whatever, or you're just up at a high spot and you throw that, then you can see exactly where people are to snipe them. That's my problem with it. It's not that you can't find the people, because you always know. Once you get killed once, you know where they are, where they're camping. That's not the problem. But the thing is, with the people that camp, they could throw that, and they know exactly where everyone is, and they could continue to camp and pick them off one by one.
See, you're talking about noob campers, right? Noob campers, they sit in the same place over and over again. Good campers, they kill you once, and then they move a little bit, but still are hiding into a corner, and then they wait for you to come revenge kill.
Not if you can. Not if you can get 4 kills and 1 death. I'll sit there and take 4. I'll get 4 kills and then die once. I'll keep going back and forth until I get different perks. I mean,
not too nerdy. Are you a dirty little camper?
I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know how a camper thinks. You gotta think like one.
No wonder you're not wearing out those control sticks on your PS4. You're not even using the left one.
No, because I have not been playing first-person shooter as much right now. That's it. Blacklight Retribution. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
So what do you think, COD player? 95 gamers. Did you like the trailer?
I liked it because of Kevin Spacey. That was cool. But the visuals were cool. But my thing is, Call of Duty, like you said, always shows all this cool shit, and none of it's in their multiplayer. Yeah. Or the stuff that they do show, you don't really use it. It's like a button press, like the climbing the wall. I'm sure it's gonna be left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and you're gonna be going like this. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're not gonna allow you to have like free roam with that, which I get. They can't really do that in a shooter because then it would have to be open world in a sense.
Well, the Titanfall gets away with it pretty well.
I'm talking about like campaign-wise. Campaign-wise, they won't, and I feel they won't really stress it in the multiplayer because you're gonna open up a whole bag of tricks with those people that they just try to find the easy way out on games like that.
Yeah, with multiplayer, if you give players a chance to really move around the map, they're gonna find map glitches. But if you got a guy camping in a window and he's got like IEDs or claymores on the stairs, so it's really hard to get up to him. If you could just use that jetpack, jump through that window and nail him, or you can climb up the wall and get him that way. I mean, that stuff
I like
to
that
me is
whole
cool.
aspect of
Like
running
Titanfall.
and jumping in Titanfall. That's cool as hell to me.
Yeah,
It might be possible to shoot from those walls too, guys.
Yeah, hang on like you can in
You run
Titanfall.
halfway up a wall and somebody run up under you and you just blast them. I mean,
Yeah.
there's lots of possibilities.
I think they're gonna do the whole hover bike pretty much the same lines as the snowmobile they did in the other one. It's probably an exact replica of the snowmobile with a different skin on it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I really don't want to be disappointed by it, and I hope they do a lot of different stuff. But I don't see it happening.
The inclusion of Kevin Spacey has me excited about the single player.
Yes, Frank Underwood.
I never
Frank
played a
Underwood.
single player on COD. Like, I still haven't played the single player on Call of Duty Ghosts. I played the single player on Black Ops 2, I think, in like October.
Yeah, you just did that. You did it at the same time I did.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to get excited about single player games, Call of Duty Ghosts. I think the last one I really had a great time with was Modern Warfare 2. Other than that, I just don't care. I play it for the multiplayer, but this one I'm pretty excited about the single player. It looks like it could be a lot of fun.
When I saw this trailer, I was pleasantly surprised for a few reasons. Seeing Kevin Spacey taking the role that he has in House of Cards almost, it's pretty much the same guy, Frank Underwood.
House of Duty?
That show is incredible. That's an incredible show. And seeing the new graphical aesthetic that they put on this game made me hope to be positive. I mean, I want something good to come out of this. Now, if we take into account, guys, there's only so many ways a story can be told in a massively online shooter, a war setting. It's not like, Rebecca leaves you and all of a sudden it's a love story. It has to be war. It has to be some type of worldwide drama for Call of Duty, for Battlefield, for games like that. You guys hearing that?
Yeah, it's my lady's TV. Hold up.
Oh, okay. I was thinking COD May was here answering us or something. But, when you're playing a war game, it has to be a war scenario. And when you watch war movies, it's usually a similar scenario. Yeah. There's some kind of titan or a person in power around the world who wants to do dirt, and you watch this group of people go in there and take them out, and usually that's what happens here.
It's always some city that they have being destroyed. Now it's San Francisco.
It's cool, man. It's cool to watch a city blow up.
It's just like, it's always some city that they have. That's the thing that just bugs me out. They could have done something different, but it's always some city that you recognize, and it came back to your home, and now you have to fight against it. That's what I mean. They could have been a little more creative.
Yeah, there's a theory out there that there's only like 7 real stories in the world, right? And these stories just keep getting retold with different details. So, like, there's revenge stories, love stories.
Love stories.
Yeah, there's only 7 complete stories though, and they just keep getting retold in different novels, different movies, with different details. So, I mean, games are no different. You're going to constantly see these stories get recycled. It's just details.
It's just funny to see one company recycle the same. That's what I mean. It's not like you're recycling someone else's, where you're recycling your own work over there. That's why people are like, "What's going on?"
But it is kind of the key to success. I mean, look at companies like Marvel. They've regurgitated the superhero story over and over and over again, telling the same story about.
Which one?
All of them. What do you mean?
Which one?
There's a superhero with a false identity who goes out and saves people, and it's the same thing. It's just a different person with slightly different powers. The story's being regurgitated, and it's successful. Call of Duty.
Thor didn't get bit by a spider? No.
That was like an otter or something. Radioactive otter. Got over. I'm pretty sure that's the canon, right?
Yeah, he was walking in front of Ace Hardware and somebody threw a hammer at him.
He was at the Home Depot and
no, but I'm cautiously optimistic about this for a few reasons, guys. For one thing, the masses, not just us, everybody has been talking about Call of Duty needs a fresh new something. Yeah. It needs a new look. It needs a new mechanic. We were talking about this a few months ago, and BriarRabbit was like, well, there's not too much they can really do with Call of Duty as far as changing it. They don't want to turn it into Titanfall. They don't want to turn it into all these other games. Sledgehammer's done something here. So I got to say bravo for that. This game looks very different from the other Call of Duties, okay? You're able to do things that you were never able to do in any of the other Call of Duties. They got one of the biggest actors in the world in this, and I'm thinking Spacey wouldn't be in this game if the story wasn't fantastic, because he has agents that actually, look over this stuff before he goes and signs on the dotted line. So
Or they're like, hey, we got deep pockets. Here's some money.
that's a possibility, but he'd still be risking sullying his name if he goes and just puts his brand on some shit.
Spacey's been in some really shitty movies.
What if Spacey's only in the trailer and he's really not even in the game?
Psych! You just saw the intro movie before and you never see him again.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody comes up right at the end of that speech and shoots him in the back of the head.
He does, yep.
This is honestly, I'll end with this, what I think about this trailer. If we all consistently think just because it's Call of Duty, like I know some guys online who just say, well, it's COD, it's shit. It's Call of Duty, it's going to be crap.
Yeah.
Just because of the name gives them a negative connotation.
Yeah, I don't mind that. If you don't like Call of Duty, that's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. I like Call of Duty. One of the reasons I like Call of Duty is because I've been playing it for a year, so I've built up a skill set in Call of Duty, and I like to keep getting better at this one thing, right? This one game that just it changes every year a little bit, but the skills keep carrying over, and it's fun to just kind of keep getting better. That's how I felt about Halo too. It's like I just kept getting better at Halo. The game kept being fun. And my skills kept transferring over. I just kept getting better. It's like a sport you're playing. It's like playing golf. You might go to a different golf course, but your skills come with you. You stay as good as you were at golf, and you keep getting better. And Call of Duty is like that for me. It's almost like it's a hobby aside from gaming. There's plenty of games that I play that don't come out every year, and I really enjoy them. But Call of Duty is a little bit different. It's like I play the multiplayer every year, and I keep getting better at it, and it's really fun and competitive. I like it.
See, a lot of people treat Call of Duty like they would a relationship, like a man who's been
bad relationship where your husband hates you a lot.
Yeah. See, check it out, all right? If you're a woman and you got your ass whooped or smacked around by your husband, and then you left him and you met a guy named Dave, and Dave smacks you around, right? And then you meet a guy named Hector, and Hector smacks you around, right?
Treats you right, but just sound.
And then you meet a guy named Brett, and this woman's like,
treats you right.
He meets a guy named Brett, and then she's like, I don't want to fucking date you because all men are just like Dave. You didn't give Brett an opportunity, and see, Sledgehammer could be Brett. They know that there's been a lot of negativity associated with this game. Yeah. I'm sure that from the ground up they wanted to do something totally different with this, and if we just constantly believe just because it's Call of Duty is going to be bad, this could possibly be the best first-person shooter of all time. I just think that we should reserve judgment until this game comes out. Everybody's hating on it, and there's really no need to hate on it. The game looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous. It's a Call of Duty. It's made by a studio that's never handled the game. They got a lot.
No, they helped develop Modern Warfare 3.
Oh yeah, they did half. But here's going back to your analogy. Ready? What if Brett, Hector, and Dave are triplets, and they're related? They're all related, right? And two of the people in the family did the same thing, and they're blood related. What makes you think you want to go with the third one?
He might have been raised by the other parent.
All right, touche.
I'd like to see the parents. We have 3 distinct races of these brothers.
It must have been something in the food.
I'm just trying to do the math here. What do these parents look like?
Where they come from?
That's awesome, man.
On Call of Duty, I buy every single Call of Duty. I don't play them for the multiplayer. I play the multiplayer for about 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. I get bored of it. I don't play it anymore. I beat every single Call of Duty campaign, though. I enjoy their campaigns. Their campaigns are awesome. And I will buy every single Call of Duty based off of that.
That's awesome.
That's not uncommon, I don't think. They make big, bombastic action movie-like campaigns. A lot of people like them.
Yeah, but it's very uncommon because he said he only plays the campaign for 2 to 3 weeks.
No, I only play the multiplayer.
I'm sorry, the multiplayer for a few weeks. That's very rare.
Like I got the game. I think I ranked up to level 23 maybe, and then I sold it.
Yeah, I bet like that's like more than 50% of the Call of Duty buyers. I mean, there's not millions of people playing Call of Duty. There's like a hardcore.
It's not that I have something. It's not that I have something against their multiplayer. They do a good job on everything they do. I want bigger. And Ghost was bigger. Like their maps were like probably the biggest Call of Duty maps I've seen. But I don't necessarily enjoy it because it seemed like there needed more people In some of the maps, it's like, wow, I'm running around for like 10 minutes not running into anybody, or some matches you'd run out of time on.
So, are you speaking as bigger as far as the scope of the game, as far as multiplayer goes?
Yeah, more people, bigger maps. Not like Battlefield. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you could make it so everyone's running around, no vehicles, whatever. I don't care. Yeah. But make the maps bigger with more people.
9 to 5. Now, I know you've heard this many times. It hasn't sunk it in yet. Size doesn't matter.
That's how you wiggle your joystick.
Let's see. I like Call of Duty, but like the thing is, when Black Ops 2 came out, I think that was the last Call of Duty for me that like I just had enough with it, because like Black Ops 2 came out and like I, did the campaign, and then I did a multiplayer while I was doing campaign, right? So I did multiplayer. I prestige in 3 days. Okay. I literally prestige in 3 days, and then when I got there, I'm like, I got to the point, I'm like, what do I want to do? Do I really want to go to next prestige? Do I really want to continue playing it? And like that, it got to the point for me where I'm just like, I realized that like after I did that so quickly, prestige, I was just like, what was the point? I've been doing this for how many years now, Call of Duty? I think that's what got to me, and I think that it becomes a fun factor. If it's not fun for me, I'm not going to get it anymore for Call of Duty, and that's why. For me, I'm waiting to see the gameplay trailer. If it's fun, I will admit, I'll be the first person to go and, I'll buy the game day one like always. The Ghost is the first one I did not buy. I have all the Call of Duties. That's the first one I did not pre-order and did not line up to go get. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
and that's understandable. It's very
that's the first one I rented. I didn't even buy that game. That's never happened for me for any Call of Duty game.
It's understandable to me too that even if they keep making awesome games, that people are going to get sick of that style of game. People are going to start wanting to play in League of Legends. That's going to get to be a more popular genre of gaming, or people are going to want to start playing, whatever's next. First-person shooters aren't always going to be the top dog. I don't think. Eventually, another genre will come out, and people will move on to that. Even if, let's say, RTS games, they were really, really popular in like the late '90s, early 2000s, and they kept making good ones. People just got sick of them. People just moved on to other types of gaming, and that might be how COD goes out. Maybe they keep making good CODs, but people just get kind of bored with first-person shooters in general and start moving on to the next thing.
I think the new thing is going to be co-op, playing co-op together online, like Borderlands, for instance, Destiny and Division and all that.
Or Call of Duty.
If they do that, that'd be sick. But they won't
do that.
No. I'm saying like co-op where people that you're playing against, different squads, are actually online.
Oh, you're talking about Ghost Recon style. Okay.
Yeah, but that's like the same. That's the same thing that they're doing with Division and Destiny as well. Like you're going to be playing a online co-op campaign, but then there's other teams that are going to jump in your game and you're going to fight with them.
Yeah, that's badass.
Genius. That's smart as hell.
That is really a cool idea. Like. Being able to work with your friends. Yeah, it really is. That is a next-gen idea, and I can't wait to, especially Destiny. I don't know, both of those games I'm really excited about, to be honest with you.
One of my PSN buddies told me to ask you guys a question. I was playing Modern Warfare 2 earlier, and he told me to ask you guys, with this exosuit that you get in this new Call of Duty, do you guys think it's possible that you could have weapons embedded in the suit?
Oh yeah, that's coming into multiplayer. That exosuit is going to be the new perk system. You're going to basically load out that exosuit to, if you want to run faster, that's going to be a perk of the exosuit.
Because
if you want to jump higher, it looks like. Well, we'll see. It looks like there's 3, and then you'll be able to customize them further.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. So like, if you want to be able to do the jump or run faster, or even
quick draw or steady aim, all of that stuff is easy to integrate into like a exosuit. It almost makes more sense. It makes more sense than having it as a perk for your player. Like
all of a sudden you
can
magical legs.
Yeah. Except that mech suit though. That mech suit better be like a kill streak.
That's a little badass kill streak too, because that thing looks.
I want them to get rid of kill streaks. I want them to do kind of kind of in the same aspect of how Titanfall is.
Go play Battlefield 4, you hippie.
No. I'm tired of the whole kill streak thing, and that will do away with a lot of camping too.
That's true.
They'll literally just sit in a building and get kill streaks up because they're sitting in the same building the whole time.
It's too late for that. That's what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. So now it's too late. Like that's like their thing. So they have to do kill streaks. It's just they gotta start making.
It'll never go away. Yeah.
I love that endorphin rush of hitting like one of those high kill streaks too, and like unleashing that. I like that.
I have something I want to discuss with you guys. This is part of Call of Duty as well. Digital Foundry said that they did this research on it, and the resolution for that video is on the Xbox One is 1568 by 882.
Yeah.
So it's 882p. So it's not 1080p. It's not 720p. It's 882p. What do you guys think about that? And that's the lead console, which is kind of weird that they're going by as the lead console in that.
I was disappointed about that. I was happy that they were showing Xbox One graphics, but sad that
they're getting the DLC first again?
Probably.
But they said it's on Xbox One, and I think they already announced that that's the best console, but it doesn't make any sense that that's the best console if it's 882p.
They would say that Call of Duty Ghosts, Xbox One is the best console too before Call of Duty Ghosts came out, but
they said that's the best
somebody's about to
console.
get arrested. Somebody's about to get locked up.
Do you think that they're, because not too nerdy, you know that, yeah they are.
I could hear it on my head. Run 9 to 5, run!
I was about to run. I thought that was my place.
Your internet can't save you now.
No, damn it, damn police, damn you! You made me mess up. No, what was I going with here?
You're
damn
going with 882.
Yeah. There you go. That was a good one. You just refreshed my memory.
The cops are back.
Leave it to the cops to ruin everybody's good time.
If they try to arrest you, tell them that they can't without a Novus Ordo Seclorum.
Do you feel that the Xbox is going to use the cloud thing? Because I know they just bought Green Button or teamed up with them or whatever. You know that Pixar company? They just paid them out or whatever, and they own them now.
The cloud.
And that's who's
For what?
For Call of Duty.
Oh, like
they just bought Green. They just bought Green Button or something, and they're going to be able to use their cloud system way earlier than everybody thought they were gonna.
Yeah, but use it for what though? 'Cause that's the thing. You have to keep in mind that all this cloud stuff that people always say, Azure and stuff like that, and all the different things, you don't. It still depends on bandwidth, and the internet isn't fast enough to really activate the cloud, so they can't use too much resources from the cloud to begin with right now. They
sold us a dream. Basically, it's a lie.
It's pretty much. I don't know if you guys seen the leak footage of the PlayStation, PlayStation Now.
Oh
yeah, that shit is
service.
Horrible.
It takes forever to load, but once it plays, it's actually really good. It's really good, from what everyone's saying. It's just loading. It takes a while to load the game to start it. That's what's being annoying.
So it's like loading the game into memory on the system, or
yeah. So I don't know what's taking so long, but it takes a while to load, and after you get into it, then it's good. It works well. But people are pissed off that it takes a while to load, so it's not there yet. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna be there for a little while, and so that's how I feel about that. I mean, would they use it for Call of Duty? I wouldn't see why not, because Microsoft told every company to use their cloud service, to use it. That you could do it so they could do private matches, stuff like that, to use their cloud. So
new kill streak idea, right? You get 15 kills in a row, and you can actually cut off your opponent's cloud service. You go in there with wire clippers and snip, aha, bitch. I don't really care if it's 844p or as long as the game looks good. I don't really care. I look at the Xbox One version and the PS4 version of Call of Duty Ghosts. I can hardly tell the difference. If you showed me screenshots, I might be able to pick out maybe the particle of the smoke getting fired out of the PS4 weapon is a little bit more detailed, or
you can definitely tell the resolution though a little bit. I mean,
not really. I mean,
I think for a shooter frame rate,
side by side, you can definitely tell though. Maybe
side by side, but I don't play the game side by side.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you said if you held it side by side. Wait, didn't
screenshots? Yeah, if I.
God. No, I'm sorry. I turned off the volume down here, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I don't know. I play both games. I play it on the Xbox One because the DLC comes out there first, and I play it on the PS4 because I like the controller better. But I don't it. It feels the same. It looks the same to me. I really. 100p doesn't make a whole lot of difference to me.
The only reason why it makes a difference to me is because they're calling it the lead console. That's to me. Why not just make them the same then? How are you going to call one that's not the lead console? To me, that's
because the DLC will probably be coming out first.
That's what I mean though. You're calling it the best console to play on. Why is that?
Yeah,
The best
best on
hate that.
Xbox One because you get the DLC a month earlier.
So they
Which I'm
paid for
pissed
it,
about.
yeah.
That was when I saw that
Yeah.
Xbox insignia at the beginning of the trailer. I was like, shit, because I had really hoped that this was going to be the end of that deal. I was hoping that we were going to start seeing DLC come out on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One at the same time.
Now, hold on,
Doesn't look like that's
Brian.
gonna happen now.
Now, this footage was actually leaked first, and I don't know if they
Yeah.
intentionally leaked the Xbox version.
Yeah, that was supposed to come out today.
Yeah, but the thing was, I don't know if they were going to actually just announce the trailer and not show the Xbox One version. They had to come out immediately after that leak and release the footage that was leaked, and that was the Xbox footage. I don't know if they intended on just releasing the Xbox footage today or not. Maybe they were intending on releasing them both.
That was the footage. They already released it now, I think. I think it's official. They released it during the NBA playoffs.
They officially released it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was the video they're going to release on the Xbox One. That was the footage.
Well,
that they wanted to do.
it won't be better on the Xbox than it will on the PS4. That's for sure. I mean, PS4 is a more powerful system, and it's obvious. Now,
I don't know. PS3 was a more popular system, and it stunk on the PS3. Playing Call of Duty stunk on the PS3.
Yeah,
It was obviously a ported version.
but it's a little bit different this time around, BriarRabbit.
How so? The PS4 is more powerful than the Xbox One. The PS3 was more powerful than the Xbox 360.
The reason it's different, BriarRabbit, is because every game that's a multi-plat performs better on the PS4 than the Xbox One. So that's how it's different this time.
That is different.
What's different also is the party chat. Like before, the reason why it was there is because you played as a group, you played with your friends with the party chat of the Xbox Live. It's not like that now because now the PlayStation service is actually pretty decent in party chat, so you can play with your
I would
friends.
say better than the Xbox Live.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So now that's what makes it different. And now you can actually say, oh, let's play with my friends, have a party chat, and play. Before you couldn't do that on the PS3. It wasn't like that. That's why it made no sense to have them as a lead-in console for multiplayer when you're really not playing multiplayer because you're not getting a chance to talk to your friends and stuff like that. So
either way, it's disappointing. I was really hoping we were going to get day and date DLC for both.
It goes to the highest bidder, obviously.
That's something that obviously Microsoft has had in the books for a while.
Yeah.
It's bought and paid for. So who knows when this period of time between them and the Call of Duty brand is over? But hopefully it'll be sooner than later, so everything comes out concurrent for both systems, so you don't feel left in the dark on one versus the other when everybody should be able to enjoy it at the same time.
Yeah. I totally agree. I'd really like to see them both come out at the same time. It's
Because
a real bummer.
I wanted that new DLC. I went last week and got the Onslaught DLC, and I was looking at the new, and I was like, damn it, it's still not out.
Devastation with the Predator kill streak.
That's exactly the feeling I felt, BriarRabbit.
Devastating. Wait till you actually play it. It's not that good.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was pretty good. Devastation wasn't nearly as good. I thought the best map was the map that the Predator kill streak is on, but the Predator kill streak ruins the map. So.
I really like the Onslaught DLC though.
I think it's
those
pretty
four maps are like the best maps in the game now.
Speaking of DLC, me and Not Too Nerdy got into it in the comments a little bit. I made a video how I think that DLC should be free this year for Call of Duty, and I still kind of think that Not Too Nerdy, you made a strong point, but I still think that this year Activision ought to bite the bullet and release the DLC free for everybody. Can you restate your point about that? Let me real quick.
I want to hear yours. Yeah, tell me why.
Real quick, I'm going to just say why I think this. The reason is because this year Call of Duty came out on 6 platforms: PC, Wii U, Xbox One, PS4, Xbox 360, PS3. The problem is that the player base, even though you've sold millions of copies of this, the player base is so spread out among these 6 places that the playlists are really empty this year. And it's not really Activision's fault. I mean, they released what I think is a good game on multiple platforms, but not everybody's come up to the Xbox One yet or the PS4. Some people bought it for PC, some people are still playing on their 360. It's just that this player base is really spread out this year. But that's a real problem for Call of Duty because you got all these playlists that just aren't filled out. So I said, why don't you just make the map, and it's further exacerbated when you have map packs that are paid for, right? So now let's say I bought Onslaught DLC. Now, a lot of people who are playing on the PS4 didn't buy the Onslaught DLC, so you're splitting that in, let's say, half. And then what if, some people bought the Onslaught DLC but didn't buy the Devastation DLC? So you're cutting the player base into smaller and smaller segments as you go. If they just made all the DLC free for the entire year, everybody would download it. Everybody would be able to download it, and it would keep these small player bases unfractured. So even though you have a smaller player base on the PS4, it wouldn't be further segmented into who's got which DLC. Not too nerdy. You made a strong point, though.
Well, first, I agree with you that they have to figure out a better system. Like, that's clear. Like, you're completely right that they have to figure out a better system. I just don't think DLC is going to be the answer, because the problem with the DLC is this, that they have all these developers that have to get paid. They have to get paid because they're working hours on end, like on DLC. Why? Because people will stop playing their game if you don't have DLC. So they have to make new maps, they have to make new weapons, they have to make sure everything's balanced, and they have to test everything out. That takes plenty of manpower, that takes plenty of time, that takes plenty of money. And the only way you make money is off the DLC. Now, when you think about DLC are usually released, a month after a game is released, maybe 6 weeks after the game's released. So when you start to look at all these DLC, by then, 6 weeks after a game's released, the price for the game is starting to go down.
Yeah.
Right? Right now, if you look at Call of Duty Ghosts, you can probably get that for $30. Okay? When it's all said and done, $10 of that, maybe, goes to the developer itself. If you purchase it, if this is not even people that trade it in, I'm just saying if you even buy it, it's $10 that actually goes to the developers.
Right.
So that's all you're getting for that. DLC is where you get the money back to pay for all of those developers. Now, if you want free DLC, for example, then that means that they're going to have to let go of a lot of developers because they're not going to need all those developers there. They're not going to be able to afford all those developers, so they're going to let people go gradually. When they let people go, you're going to have less people working on these DLC packs, which means it's going to take longer time, and also it's not going to be as detailed as you want it to be because there's less people working on it. So, that's just going to completely kill the DLC completely, because you want it to look good, you want it to be balanced, well, then you're going to have to pay for it. And I think that's one thing I never really argue too much with DLC. Sometimes the pricing may be an issue, the way they price DLC, but I always understand why they're charging DLCs, because in order for you to get the DLC, there's people that make it. There's people that spend time and hours to make it. And if they don't work on the DLC, they might be on a cutting block to get fired or.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Like I want to see developers make money. I don't support stealing games. Like I think if you should pay for games. I think when DLC comes out, if you pay for it. And I want to pay for DLC. I want to pay for good games. I want to see people get rewarded who make great stuff. It's just that in this instance, I think that Activision would be smart to say we want to preserve the community of Call of Duty. We don't want them to have such a bad experience this year. So just bite the bullet, pay the developers, and I understand it's going to cost them a lot this year, but it's a long-term strategy. By keeping gamers happy this year, we'll get them to buy Call of Duty next year, the year after, and we won't have to give them free DLC next year. And this year, when we give them the free DLC, we'll explain exactly why. We're doing this because, it was a weird situation where a lot of gamers are still on the old consoles, a lot of gamers are still on the new consoles. We want you guys to have the best possible experience. The other people who are going to get pissed off is people who bought a season pass. Those people are going to be pissed off. How are you going to give this stuff for free when I already paid for a season pass? And it's a sticky problem. But the problem is that there's nobody to play with online, and that's a bad experience. And it's only May. By what's this going to look like in August or September? It's going to be.
I think it's going to be like that regardless on Call of Duty Ghosts, because Call of Duty Ghosts is the borderline one, and same thing for the next one. It's the fact that there's still people playing on PS3 and there's people playing on PS4, vice versa for Xbox 360 and Xbox One. You're going to be caught up in that generation skip where there's so many people playing in the last generation and this generation. We didn't have that problem with PS2 era because it wasn't like that for multiplayer. Now that you see that from PS3, there's still a lot of people playing on PS3. There's still a lot of people going to play there. So then when there's a DLC split, there's even more of a gap, and you just have to do that, because think about that aspect alone, that those developers have to make not only this generation, they have to make sure all those maps and everything work for last generation. Yeah. So this especially is even more work than it would be if it was just for the console in this generation. That's true. What I mean. That takes even more people to make sure that both of them are working.
Yeah.
So look at all the consoles that's on right now. Like, that's a lot of consoles.
It was a Herculean effort by Infinity Ward to get this game as good as it is on all the consoles.
That's why they had to split it up to 3 developers. They split it up for a reason, because taking too much time and taking too much money, it's probably easier to focus and give these people more time, because they're giving them such a small amount of time. They're running crazy over there. So that's why they spread it out to begin with.
Yeah. So I see your point, and I agree with your point. I just want them to do something, you know.
I totally agree with you that they need to do something, because that's annoying if you go there and you can't find anyone. Like,
it is. It's a bummer. Like, I go to a free-for-all and there's 800 people in the world playing. Like, that's not good.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to have a good experience. You're not going to have a good, internet connection experience. You're not going to have a good matchmaking experience. It's just that's rotten.
But you want to hear the irony, though? There's way more people playing Black Ops 2, though.
Yeah, I know. That's weird, isn't it? And they're still releasing DLC this year.
A lot of people play Black Ops 2 on the 360, especially, what I'm telling you right now.
The thing is, Briar, you truly do speak highly of Call of Duty Ghosts because of, how close and how tight they have the technical aspects of the game.
Yeah.
There are a much bigger majority of people who like me, think Black Ops 2 is just a better experience. Whenever I play Black Ops 2, it's always full service. I mean, I never have any issue.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of people. Black Ops 2 isn't available on the Xbox One or the PS4. It's still only available on the last-gen systems, and a lot of people still only have those consoles.
It's sold like 80 million worldwide. Yeah, PS3s.
Yeah, and the other thing about Black Ops 2 is that this is the first time that they've ever supported a Call of Duty game
this long?
For more than a year. Yeah, and I think that's awesome. Because if you are a big fan of Black Ops 2 and you don't like Ghosts, that's awesome. You're still getting DLC. I mean, it's shitty DLC, but it's DLC.
Hey, let me ask you, do you guys ever go back and play any of the old Call of Duties ever?
Yeah, I try to. I love going back to World at War. I think that game was fun. I love going back to Modern Warfare 2.
Never played World at War.
Amazing, dude. It's just the most hacked one. I think that is the most hacked one, to be honest.
It is. It's crazy.
I think World at War is the most hacked one there.
Can you find a decent game, though? I mean, like, if I was to
it's
get
hard.
that game?
You can, but it's hard.
It's fun, though. Like, that one's just a fun experience, because, like, the different style weapons, different, like, the maps are different,
Blow off people's limbs and shit.
Yeah, like, the limbs blow up and stuff. That's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, the limbs blowing off is cool. I don't know why they didn't keep that going.
Yeah. It was definitely the most gory. Yeah, it's definitely the most gory, like, Call of Duty game.
Yeah, and
the first one
the voices in it are, like, voiced by, like, real actors, so that was fun.
The Bouncing Betty, dude. That's all it's about.
Oh, my God.
The next retro that I buy, then World at War. I never played that. I think that was the first one that came out on PS3. And,
don't get excited about the multiplayer at this point. I mean, the multiplayer is really hacked. It's bad.
Yeah. It's funny though. What's that one map, BriarRabbit, with oh man, you're like on opposite sides, and as soon as it says go, the first thing you do, you have to dodge because everyone throws a grenade for the spot you're at directly across the map to kill people.
Yeah, that was worse in Call of Duty 4 because everybody had 3 grenades.
Yeah.
And everybody knew exactly where to throw those grenades.
Throw it through an alley over that awning.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous. That was the
best thing. I actually killed 5 people out of 6 with a grenade. I guess I just missed the last person, but when I did that, I just threw the grenade up, and all you hear is a and it's like I got 5 people. Yes.
See, I just use my hack and I float up across the map to shoot down.
Unlimited grenades.
Dude, I used to love the hack for World at War. You could go underground and stuff, where like you'll just fall through the ground and run underneath the map and stuff. Yo, those are the best, man.
Black Ops 2 had one. If you jumped off the back of the boat on Hijacked, you'd spawn behind the enemy spawn and just feel it. Just waste them all, because they'll all be like running toward you.
Yep.
Dude, I used to do that hack though, which is so fun. I used to do that. Oh, by the way, that's the one I got banned from. Anyway, I used to do that hack play, capture the flag. So I'll go underground, grab the flag from underneath the ground, and run underneath the map and go back to mine.
You can fucking do that, really?
Yeah, that game is broken, man. That was tough. That was a really tough one.
You guys see this? I'm watching all you guys, all the excitement and joy that Call of Duty has brought everybody. Yeah. It's really sad that after all this time, people seem to be fed up with it. But look at all the joy and excitement and good times that everybody's had.
I'm having a good time with Call of Duty Ghosts. You know, I know that it's popular on the internet to be down on Call of Duty Ghosts. I'll be surprised in 2 years if people aren't coming back and say Call of Duty Ghosts, that was a good Call of Duty. You know, it's a solid Call of Duty.
So that you make annual predictions. Is that your prediction?
Every year,
2016.
Every year YouTube is down on the current Call of Duty. If you watch YouTube videos from last year, everybody was complaining about David Vonderhaar about how bad Black Ops 2 was. You look at all your favorite YouTubers; they were all complaining about Black Ops 2. This year, they're doing the same thing about Call of Duty Ghosts. They did the same thing about Modern Warfare 3. You know, it's every year they complain about the current game. They talk about because it's popular, it gets some views. You know, so
I wish Kame Player was here because I was gonna talk about the subject because like he stated in his video. So if you guys don't know about that, definitely go to Kame Player's video where he talks about like MLG going mainstream. Now that it's official that Call of Duty is gonna be on ESPN.
Yeah.
There's gonna be an event on that day. In the X Games, yeah. So it's gonna be part of the X Games, which is kind of interesting. But I'm sure that right there is gonna give people a boost to play it again. For the people that stop.
Oh yeah. You see that on TV on ESPN, you're gonna be like, oh man, that looks like fun.
Yeah. They might pick it up and play again. So.
Do you guys ever watch competitive Call of Duty? Is that something you guys do?
I YouTubed the last championship.
Yeah.
It looked like chaos. I couldn't understand how these guys were like the best in the world. I was like, I could be on this team. But yeah, it looked like absolute chaos. I guess they were all so good that the skill gap was so short.
Yeah.
It just looked like a regular game. But I'm sure if we were in there, we would have got completely destroyed.
Yeah, believe that. The top KD for these guys is like, you're at top of your game if you have like a 1.2 or 1.3 KD in the Call of Duty championships. Like those guys are really evenly matched.
I honestly think the best competitive gameplay, like I don't see Call of Duty as like the best. I think the top one for me, it's fighting games. Like if you see fighting games 1-on-1, like that's the real skill because one person versus another. But that's one thing. But then I think me and Kyle Player debated this. He said that Kai said, why is Call of Duty gonna be the one that's there when Call of Duty doesn't bring in as much viewers? I don't think as. For example, the most viewed one is League of Legends, without a doubt. That has 27 million players.
But you want to talk about something that's hard to watch for somebody who doesn't know? That's like watching field hockey. It's like I have no idea what the hell's going on here. It's like, what are you even doing?
Yeah, but that's why, like, I think that's why the one that people watch more is like when it's Evo and stuff like that, when it's fighting games. I think that gets a lot of viewers.
Did you see, Hip Hop Gamer, right? Did you see his video at PAX where he got his ass whooped? And like he was talking all this shit about like these dudes that he was playing against on Injustice, like the DC fighting game.
Yeah.
And all these dudes were lined up and they were fighting him. This Asian dude came up and whooped the shit out of him. Dude. Whooped his ass so bad.
Was that PAX?
He was. Yeah, and he was still talking. He was still talking shit after that, and he gave him another round. Dude toyed with him the whole time and beat the shit out of him again.
I heard people like were lining up over that. I couldn't get loose to see that, man. It's so much fun, man. A lot of people are seeing that. They're seeing the Ultra.
Yeah, Street Fighter. Yeah.
Like that stuff like that. I think is the most entertaining to watch because it's literally or the most skill. Because I think that's 1-on-1. It shows you're the skill more. The other one for Call of Duty is definitely team based. You have to play as a team.
Yeah. Communication.
It's communication, but at the same time, Call of Duty is one of those games I still think that you can still carry your team if one teammate does bad.
Yeah, what guy goes
team on the back.
Yeah, so
but that's impressive to watch. I don't know. I love watching Call of Duty, competitive Call of Duty. I like watching like the strategies of these guys. Like how they're working the maps, the cutoff points, the head glitches they're using. I find it fascinating. I don't usually watch like an entire championship, but I definitely try and tune in for like the early rounds when you see like the big skill gaps, and then the late rounds when you see like the championship, like the best of the best. I find it really good. I'm excited that it's going to be on ESPN. I'll watch it.
I used to watch those Counter-Strike. I think Counter-Strike was like
that was
one of the biggest.
That was like
it's still huge.
I think that to me is like that just the most skill to see how quickly those people move those mouse through for those shots.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
You see, Call of Duty is not going to be on Wii U. The new Call of Duty is canceled for Wii U.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
why would you buy that game on the Wii?
It's not canceled. They just never made it.
They're just not doing it.
Did you guys ever play the old Ghost Recon games, like on the Xbox, playing on the
those were good games.
Yeah. Jungle Storm, Island Thunder. Now, those are the first-person shooters modern that I ever played, and they changed my life, man. I just remember how slow it was. It was absolutely...
I thought those were third-person. Weren't they third-person, Ghost Recon?
No,
they're first.
The old ones were first, and then they switched it when it came to Xbox 360.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the Xbox 360.
I'm talking about on the original Xbox when internet was the cool thing to have, online shooters. It was called Island Thunder and Jungle Storm.
Island Thunder, also the new name of my band.
Awesome.
Nice little Jamaican mix, really calm, chill, but it's fun. Look for the CD on iTunes.
Oh my goodness. And not too nerdy, we got a way to find out if these fighting games actually bring in viewers. After we get done with the Beastly Thoughts, I'm up for some Mortal Kombat. I'm up for some Street Fighter.
I still didn't get that game.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
When's the new Street Fighter coming out? The new Street Fighter Ultra?
It's not till, I think, August or September.
Fuck you, you're dead to me.
Talking about fighting tournaments, did you hear that Smash Brothers is doing that instead of, like, Nintendo's not doing E3 this year, but they're going to do a fighting tournament with Smash Brothers.
That's cool. I'll watch that.
And the rumor has it they're trying to announce a new system. They might. There's people keep saying they might announce a new console.
I would love to see the Nintendo Fusion.
That's what I said last show, and you guys are like, hell no. I said that last show.
I believe you said, hey guys, we haven't talked about Nintendo yet, and then everybody just kind of moved on.
That was 2 weeks ago, Brian.
Hey, I wasn't here last week on the show, so that's why I would agree with you.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to release a new console at E3, or they're going to talk about it.
I don't think they should. No. Nintendo surprises people, so.
Once Mario Kart comes out, see what happens after that. Yeah. You know, they'll probably sell a lot of those bundles that are with Mario Kart, and not only that, but when you buy the bundle, you get Mario Kart and you get a free game based off the code that's in the. You get to pick between 4 games, and you get them for free.
It's only $3.49 too. So.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed that they're not having a press conference because I think they have an opportunity to get out in front of the public and say, hey, while you're playing your PlayStation 4 and your Xbox One with no games on it, check out what we have over on Wii U. We got Donkey Kong that's out. We got we got the new Mario Kart that's almost out. We got Smash Brothers. We got a Mario game. We got all this stuff that you can play right now or before Christmas this year. You know, we got a strong lineup right now.
Not only that, I would have liked to see them announce Zelda live, like, because they are going to talk about Zelda. I want them to do that live, like show Zelda and have everybody freak out, which would be cool.
The reason is this, ready? I'm gonna like say, like, anytime I go to these events, 'cause I go like some of these events, and I do not think it's worth it if they're not announcing the console. I honestly think Nintendo, even though people are going to look at it a bad way, I think Nintendo's probably doing the better way. Because at this point, when you don't have a console announced or anything, there's no other features, the games is all you're going to announce, you should separate to make it more detailed, make sure it's perfect for each game, like the way Nintendo's can do with their Nintendo Direct. That's better. And not just that, the way Nintendo's going to let you go to every Best Buy around, there's certain Best Buys that are going to have the games that you try. That's going to sell more copies to them than if they were to announce it at E3. To me, if you don't have a console that you're going to announce or any new, completely new feature, for Sony might be different because they might announce more details with the Project Morpheus. But if you don't have anything like that,
PlayStation Live service.
If you don't have anything like that to announce, and it's like games that you have, you should seriously separate and start slowly like announcing separate games and let you do different directs or something that shows the people more info on the game instead of rushing it for live and never works out well. It never works out well. Anytime they do something live, something breaks the camera, something always goes wrong, and you never get a chance to focus on each game. So what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, I know you're trying to do it to make some oohs and ahs and stuff like that, but in reality, you're probably better off separating it like Nintendo is and showing the people.
I agree with you. I just think that Nintendo has a story right now that isn't being told. I think that they have the strongest lineup of any current console generation. I think they've got the best games out there right now, and that story is just not getting told. Yeah. Nintendo just doesn't seem to be able to get it out there, and I agree. It's probably not a cost-efficient way of using their money for Nintendo right now, especially if they're thinking about doing a new console next year.
Let me
But
ask you
I do
guys,
think that Nintendo has like a really strong lineup right now.
how well do you guys think it would sell if Nintendo remade an HD version of Mario 64?
Amazing.
I wouldn't buy it.
I mean,
I played that game. I played it, 15 years ago at this point? That's a long time ago. That game's got like old, outdated play mechanics. I've moved on.
I don't think the play mechanics are outdated, Briar. That game still. No, it has aged gracefully, and it still.
That controller didn't even have 2 thumbsticks on it. The camera was.
It didn't need it. It was revolutionary.
Hey, Brian. Brian, I know you're a fan of Call of Duty. I know that Ghost featured fish moving away.
Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk more about the fish.
Just to let you know, Mario did it first. Mario 64, when you swim, the fish move away from you. They did it.
You saw it here first.
Just saying.
I mean, remakes are fine. I generally don't go after them, though. If you give me it for free or for really cheap, maybe I'd check it out. But I'm not a huge Mario gamer, to be honest with you. I like.
That might be why.
Yeah.
Mario 64 was one of the pivotal video gaming
It
moments.
was revolutionary when it came out, but that was 20 years ago.
It was going to be on the Nintendo Revolution. You guys remember the original name?
Yeah.
It released right next to Resident Evil 2, and I was such a big Resident Evil 1 fan that I went inside Blockbuster Video. You guys remember those? I went inside Blockbuster, and there were 2 kiosks side by side. One was Resident Evil 2, the other was Mario. And at the time I was a teenager, I was like, Mario can kiss my ass. This Resident Evil, and then I started looking over, and I saw what was going on the screen, and that was the first time I ever held a real analog.
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 controller was the first analog controller, and it just made perfect sense, and that game blew my mind. If they remade that for the Wii U, I'd be more excited to play that as a truly half and half.
Didn't they already put it on the 3DS?
Yeah,
DS.
It's a slightly better. I have it. It's a slightly better version than the one on the 64, but not really noticeable. I'm talking about an HD version, one that looks.
What are they going to up-res though? There were no textures in that game.
I'm not saying up-res. I'm talking about I want a remake, but
So you're talking along the lines of like how they did Wind Waker.
Yeah.
It was like a remake, but it was done right. They like literally revamped the whole damn game.
My kid's still playing it. He loves that game, the remake.
Yeah.
Of it. He loves it.
Is it just me, or is Not Too Nerdy smiling his ass off right now?
It's a camera effect. It's not really happening.
So what else happened today? I'll be honest with you. I was totally consumed by Call of Duty news, like checking out that trailer. I must have watched that trailer 50 times.
Today is May the 4th.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
See that little?
Not
too nerdy, my ass.
Speaking of Star Wars, he's entirely too fucking nerdy. Speaking of Star Wars, did you guys hear the news on Episode 7 that?
The screenshot or the picture of the cast?
Yeah, Harrison Ford.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of his
Carrie
name.
Fisher, Luke
Fisher.
I don't want to watch it.
You said Luke.
I don't want to watch it. You know why?
What?
Lando's not in it. What the hell?
Lando? They're not bringing Lando?
Not for this one.
Did you guys see the Lego movie?
No, I heard it's amazing though.
It is. There's a part with Lando Calrissian in that movie that is absolutely one of the funniest things I've seen in a theater in like the last 2 years. Like he is like this suave dude. I think he even references Colt 45. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
You've seen that Colt 45 commercial, right? With Lando in it? Or
Yeah.
Lando Calrissian is great.
Mark Hamill, the original cast, and then they got these new guys. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, but if you guys saw the European movie, the British movie called Attack the Block. That
was great.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the main character, the black kid named Moses?
No.
Yeah, he's one of the main guys.
He's one of the main characters in this new movie. He's a Jedi, and I'm thinking this is going to be like Jedi Academy type stuff, where Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford they kind of pass the torch to these new kids. So that I guess they're paying respect to the original, but they did say that like the video games are not canon now, the comics are not
Oh
canon.
yeah, all the stuff that happened after, like all the books and stuff.
All the books are not canon now.
Yeah.
Imagine how that
makes sense.
writer feels.
You know, it's gonna be like they're switching a lot of things. It's making it very interesting. And it, for example, like Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah.
His daughter, he supposedly had a daughter, a mysterious daughter that you're supposed to meet. That's what the rumor is, that they're gonna meet this girl, and she's African American too.
Dude, you know that guy got down. Come on.
What is that? I say that Obi-Wan got down.
That dude's needed the universe, if you know what I mean.
He traveled across the universe to get that snappy nappy.
Jedi's are like dirty sailors.
Yeah, and he kept that hush hush too, man. That's messed up.
Jedi mind
didn't tell no one.
The mother didn't even know what happened.
He looked at her, and as soon as her clothes came up by themselves, he had her. How the hell he did that?
And then look, she came over and said she's pregnant. He's like, "No, you're not pregnant." No, I'm not the father.
No child support.
He said no child support.
It's getting weird.
That's the real reason why he disappeared. Just saying.
Alimony payments. He was totally ditching child support.
He faked his death. That's what really happened. They're gonna let us know later on. You know?
Are you guys big Star Wars fans at all?
I really like the original series. I didn't like the new stuff too much.
I think we all concur. Ditto.
I like the third episode 3. It was the best out of the new ones. I thought they did that pretty well, just to see transition wise from happy Darth, and you really kind of see why he turned the way he was, Darth Vader.
I wanted to punch his ass in the face.
Yeah, I just didn't like that actor. The actor's so crazy.
I don't think the actor was good. I don't think Hayden Christensen did a good job. I just think that you just saw the way it was, like the anger. You saw the anger inside and why he did it. He was doing it for a different reason. That's all it was. Besides that, obviously the first 3 movies were the best. I like Return of the Jedi, but...
Yeah, I think Return of the Jedi for me was the best.
You guys are crazy. Empire Strikes Back is like, it's canon. Like everybody knows that. It's not even like a questionable fact. Look it up on the internet.
I agree.
He says that's not even a questionable fact. God damn.
It's like the sky is blue and Empire Strikes Back is the best of the original trilogy.
It's all about the Ewoks.
Oh my God.
It's all about the Ewoks, man.
Them little fucking things can kiss my ass. Hairy bastards.
This just in, not too nerdy, is a furry. Alright, so what else we got this week? Anybody else got anything they want to talk about?
Try the Twitch live stream for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I haven't tried it out yet. Have you tried it out yet?
Yes, it actually looks good for some games. Some games it doesn't. Like, it did not look good at all for Resogun.
All right, and you have badass internet, so it's not you can't blame this on internet.
It had like little squares in it, like throughout the whole thing, which looked kind of pixelated, so it didn't look good. But it's weird because you would think a faster paced game will look weird. The Blacklight Retribution, I believe, will be faster, and that one didn't lag at all, and it looked good. So, which was kind of weird to me. So, besides that,
I got a question.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the quality of this, the picture and video gallery of the PS4 now? Now,
can we finish talking about what we were just talking about?
No, that relates. That kind of relates.
It's along the same lines.
It kind of relates.
For those who don't know, if you're playing a game on the PS4 and you double tap the share button, you'll immediately start recording video of up to 15 minutes.
Yeah. Can you specify? Because it is completely random for me. Sometimes it'll record the last 10 minutes. Sometimes it records the last like 13 minutes. It's like
you guys know they have to set it up right now. They have that in the options you can set up.
No, I didn't know that. I will check.
No, I didn't know either.
It's 5, 10, 15. No, I actually think it goes by lower minutes, but it definitely has. You can set up the time, how far back you want to record. You also can set up the tap. If it's double tap, you can set up.
Yeah, that was there before, I think. Not too nerdy.
They announce it now. Now, as soon as you press it, it explains it. It says it explains how to use it now. It gives you like a little thing to say what's the difference between the taps.
Like whenever I double tap it and then I go and look to see the video clip, it's just random lengths. It doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense.
Because in order for you to end the video, you have to tap it one more time and then click on the upload video icon.
But I thought it was recording the last 15 minutes, like 15 minutes before I double-click the button.
No, when you double-click it, you're recording from that point on.
Fuck that. I want to show what I just did. I don't want to, like, I'm not predicting that I'm about to do something awesome.
No, it also keeps track, though, the 15 minutes before, though.
Oh, okay. So how do you record that?
Yeah, how do you access that?
How do you record that?
No, that's automatically set up. You go back. That's why you ever notice if you go to your video files, you see so many extra videos that you didn't know were there. It always records it.
That's because I'm always trying to bring up the score on Call of Duty and hit the select button, but that's now the share button.
Yeah, you could go back and you'll see it. It's always at the main top video on there. That's the one that was recorded.
So if I stop playing and go directly in there, it'll show me.
Yeah, it'll show up to 15 minutes before. Now sometimes it screws.
That didn't happen to me. That didn't happen to me at all. I actually tried to do that, and I went into the gallery to see if the last 15 minutes of gameplay was recorded. And there was nothing there.
Here's the problem. Sometimes it's affected by if they stop the video. That's what I want to talk about. They have the option to not let you show clips like cutscenes and stuff like that. So sometimes that counter stops anytime you encounter any of those situations where the developer didn't want you to record that part. You get what I'm saying? So this is why, for me, this whole HDCP thing doesn't matter. I still have my alternate version because I already noticed that Child of the Light, there's certain parts of it that they wanted to block you out from recording.
Does that work on Twitch too? Will it not broadcast on Twitch?
Well, Twitch, you already see that. If, say, you exit out of the game, double tap and go to the main menu, it will block it on Twitch. They won't stream that part.
What the fuck? Why not?
They don't stream you going back to the main menu. It's blue on Twitch. If you ever notice a live stream, it'll go blue and it says like it'll be, I forgot what it says, but it has like a little square, triangle, X, and all that to show the different shapes of places. But it puts a blue screen menu. It won't show them the main menu.
I understand why they do that. Like they don't want to get like maybe cutscenes out there, but it's gonna get out there anyway. So it kind of ought to just.
That's the reason why I didn't really care for his HDCP update. I knew they were gonna do that. That's why I'm keep the same way I had.
This is day one.
I knew that. That's why I'm like, I just kept the connection there, and more developers are going to use it too. So,
I was actually really shocked though when I saw the quality of footage that you actually can save with the console, and I was thinking about the people out there who might aspire to do YouTube one day who don't have capture cards or have the equipment to capture. The PS4 capture quality for games like Call of Duty is damn near close to 1080p. I'd say probably, a slightly degraded version, but the animation was on point. I mean, you didn't see any skips in animation. You can take these files and export them to a flash drive, and
that's awesome. Like you can take it off of your PlayStation 4 and upload it to YouTube off of your computer. That's awesome.
Or you could just upload it directly from your PS4 to Facebook. So
who's gonna do that?
You can well, think about it. Like if you use the Share Factory and you edit a film and you make it real snazzy and jazzy, and you upload that to Facebook, can't you upload it from Facebook to YouTube?
Yeah,
oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. Facebook has a part that says send to YouTube. You can send it. You can share it with YouTube.
So I mean, that's a way for people to start their own YouTube channel who don't even have a PC.
I got a question for you guys. I was trying to mess around with that Share Factory. CodMade Player's back, and I know he's been messing around with it too. CodMade, can you hear us?
He's been messing around. He's been messing around on Pornhub. Hey, CodMade.
So when I tried to, what I wanted to do was like go through the whole like editing process on Share Factory and do a voice recording, like do the whole thing, and just to see how it goes. But when I tried to do a voiceover on Call of Duty content, it wouldn't let me. Was anybody else able to do a voiceover?
You can do it afterwards.
Record your gameplay and then go to Share Factory. It'll show.
I was doing it inside Share Factory, and it said that this content is not. You're not allowed to do it on this content.
No, I've done it.
You did it for Call of Duty specifically? Yeah. Okay.
You can add a little face cam too. You can add the face cam to your live commentary on the video.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm down with this, man. Like I'd like to see people, use this to get on YouTube. Really get their channel started. That's awesome.
Only one problem though. The one problem for me is the bitrate.
Don't throw salt on our game. You
I'm just saying.
We don't need a voice of reason here.
If I took out the different. If anyone upload a video to see what it is, the quality, it's the bitrate. It's a bitrate that's what really makes your video detailed or not. You could have a 1080p video. I could have a 1080p. If your bitrate's low, once you look at it, it's going to not look like good quality, and it's a low bitrate. They have to do a low bitrate so it can run the game while you're doing it, or it can run the system. So that's the whole reason why
You're
the
not gonna
external
get that.
ones are better than the internal ones.
Yep, the quality's not going to be the same.
Yeah. So that's the only difference. The quality is good for
That's what
people.
you got, and you want to just
Yeah,
get started.
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
hell yeah.
definitely great for people that don't have it though.
A lot of people I see all the time in my comments, like I'd like to get my YouTube channel started. I'm just waiting to save up money for an Elgato. Not everybody who wants to start a YouTube channel has the money for all the equipment it takes, like microphones and stuff like that. The PlayStation 4 right now allows you to start a YouTube channel basically with no other equipment. I would. Hopefully you have a PC so you can use the USB function, because that seems a lot easier than uploading to Facebook then to YouTube. But even then, I mean, you can the whole process now you can do off your PlayStation 4. That's cool as hell.
Also,
did you guys know that the team behind Share Factory is actually part of the same team that made Sony Vegas?
Vegas 12. Yep.
Oh, really?
That's why it has so much deep functionality in there, because they've done this before, and it's Sony. This thing is awesome, man.
Yeah, it is
I've never even opened it yet. I've never messed with it. I was
pretty good. Like
for Child of Light, I was gonna do it, but then I was like, forget it. I was like, I'll just put it on my computer.
Well, for us, it's so much easier, right? Because
Yeah.
your workflow is there. You know how to make a video really quickly. But for somebody just starting off, I mean, these are cool. This is cool stuff. I
I'll
really.
tell you one thing. I'm gonna be taking those transitions off that and put it on Sony Vegas. So a lot of those transitions that they have, they're custom to the games. I'm gonna be taking that.
Those
Play it and
wait,
capture it onto your capture card.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna cut it and put it up there.
Those pirated transitions would fit right in nicely with the pirated version of Sony Vegas.
Hey, I have the real deal for Sony Vegas. Me and Sony, I got the real one. Everything else, though.
Everything else is fucking pirated.
Microsoft? No, I'm just kidding. This is real Windows.
God speaking of Microsoft, it was really fun watching you bash that PC and then you actually peed in it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys got a peanut butter. That's
Yeah, I wasn't gonna show me pissing in it because I didn't want to get flagged.
I'm pretty sure you would on that one. Yeah, that was funny though to see that go fly.
Your neighbors are probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they don't like me anyways. So.
Yeah, I didn't think it'll break like that right away. That was good. You got some good breakage your first toss.
It was satisfying. It was a satisfying level of destruction.
Off
that
camera,
was
he's
my second
listening
try.
on the bolts.
Yeah, that was my second try. I had a first one to fucking break before that.
Well,
I had some practice.
That's what he does, man. That's great.
Hope you never want to get a sponsorship by Dell. You just move it out.
Oh man, they should give me a partnership. I was, showing everybody how to clean out their fucking systems.
That's right. You got all the bugs out of that one.
Hell yeah.
Virus free. Sanitized.
It was funny though, because it was still kind of together. I went to go plug it back in to see if it worked. It fucking blew up on me.
Oh, when it was full of water, it had an issue? That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, it is Windows,
Let's just say.
Oh, I knew Windows joke was coming in.
What else we got this week? Are we wrapping it up? We got anything else we want to talk about?
Hey, did you guys know that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is coming out?
Dude,
Oh shit.
Be there, be there, be there.
Oh, did you guys already talk about the deal? I mean, the pre-order bonus you get?
No, I didn't.
What is it?
Oh, okay, when you go to GameStop, go pre-order the game, and they'll give you a free personalization pack for Call of Duty Ghosts. You go on callofduty.com/personalization pack, type in the code that's on your receipt, and on May 14th, they'll give you a free personalization pack that's the theme of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Call of Duty Ghosts and Black Ops 2. There's personalization packs for both.
Yeah, I forgot about Black Ops 2.
Yep. I like that stuff. I like the one for Call of Duty Ghosts that worked for Black Ops 2, that Ghost gun camo. That was the coolest gun camo in the game.
Yep.
I'm trying to play some damn games tonight, all right? Who wants to play something? We can fight, we can shoot. What's happening, baby?
I'll play a little bit. What do you want to play?
Well, it doesn't matter. We can play Ghosts. I mean, I got, the DLC now, so we can run it. Or we can play Battlefield. We can play Street Fighter. It doesn't matter to me.
I mean, I'll play Battlefield before I break the disc. Anyone want to play?
That might be fun to play a little Battlefield. I actually haven't played that game in months now. You guys want to play some multiplayer Wedding Planner 2014? It's
No,
super fun, guys.
I've already done that. I'm
It's super fun. It's super fun, I swear to God.
I'm all out of money now, Brian.
You guys suck.
You'll understand in a couple of years, buddy.
We're 2 weeks out. We only got 2 weeks left. We recorded a video last night. I'm not even sure I can upload it because I was like, all I did was complain about how much money a wedding costs.
Oh yeah, yeah they do.
Beat that ass if you upload that video.
What's that?
The Jan's gonna beat that ass if you upload that.
She was sitting right next to me while I was saying it. She was like right here.
Was she applying that pinch?
No, she totally did it like 3 or 4 times while I was talking. It totally hit me. I don't even know if I can upload it. If I do upload it, I might disable comments.
Oh
I'm
man,
not sure if I will.
I'm really excited for you, Briar. I know you live way out in Connecticut, but the fact that you're getting married on my anniversary, man, that's really some things
Totally
are like,
planned it that way. I mean,
fucking
if
insane.
Gamer got married this day, I want to get married this day too. God damn it, it is not negotiable.
So now if you guys aren't married, now you all have a date, okay?
That's right.
My anniversary is that weekend actually, which is crazy.
Wow.
That's funny.
Which is
See,
super insane.
This is awesome because if any one of us ever forgets an anniversary,
Yeah.
the rest of us will just say, hey, man, don't forget.
Don't forget.
Anniversary's coming up. Hell,
Well, I'm not
get, like, a group
engaged or
discount.
married, so I'll have to. Unfortunately,
You're
I'll
just a
have to
lonely
write it.
guy. I'm sorry.
The Bachelor.
Maybe we
mean,
can get like a group discount on.
Mail order brides.
Whoa!
Damn.
Where did that come from?
I've already got one, but if I didn't have one, what country are we talking about?
Can we like edit that and put that in the intro? Mail order brides? Hey guys, welcome to the BC Talk Show.
All right.
All right.
This was a good show. I had a lot of fun this show. You guys want to talk about what you're doing this upcoming week?
I'll go ahead and get started.
All right.
I'm going to be playing some old Call of Duty, man. I want to.
Old Call of Duty.
I
You're
mean,
gonna see how broken that shit was.
yeah, I mean, I am. Like, playing Modern Warfare 2, there's no feeling of nostalgia you have other than seeing somebody flying 30 feet above you sniping.
I feel nostalgia until I get noob tube for the 30th time.
Yeah, I mean, that really pissed me off. I had to back out of the game. I'll be playing that. I'm going to be playing some Ghosts. You know, I'm really enjoying the Onslaught DLC.
How about Black Ops 1? Have you played Black Ops 1?
It's in the mail. I let my kids today hook up the Xbox 360, and Tony Hawk's, what's it called? The one that comes with a big stupid skateboard.
Oh yeah, what was that? Downhill
What's that
Jam?
called?
It's brand new, right? My mom bought it for them last year.
Brand new? Oh.
Yeah, they just opened it up. They've had it. She bought it for them last year, and I was telling them, I said, you don't even want to hook this up. It's absolutely terrible. And Brett's like, Dad, please, I want to skate. Played that shit for about 20 minutes and came back out and just threw the skateboard. It's kind of funny to watch him try, though. It looks so goofy, not going anywhere, leaning back and forth.
Put some wheels on that thing, get them outside. Get some sunshine.
And check it out. Noel was on it. She said, Dad, I know how to skate now. I said, no, honey, real skateboards have wheels.
In pain.
She's like,
Lots
look,
of
just
pain.
like in Back to the Future.
Did you guys see the Nova Knows Best with her little sea background with her on the beach?
That was
No, I
funny.
didn't see that one.
Those videos are great.
When she, thanks a lot, Not Too Dirty.
Yeah,
I mean, 9 to 5. You keep leaving comments, man. I appreciate
But
it.
that was hilarious when you brought up Briar in the one. I was watching this right before work, dude. My chest was hurting. I was laughing so hard.
Was that the one on the stereo headset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it. Hey, there she is.
The star of the show. Wow, that lets you guys know how bright my lights are. I look barely noticeable. Turned into a damn dinner plate. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, guys.
So, Not Too Dirty, what are you going to be doing this week?
I am going to be playing MLB The Show. So that comes out Tuesday, so I'll do an unboxing video and I'll play that. I'm actually be live streaming that for a while on Twitch.
I'm gonna be picking that up too. I want to get you in a multiplayer game.
Yeah, man. I'm always the Yankees, though. But I guess
No, I'm the Yankees.
Oh, okay. Can we do Yankees versus Yankees on that?
I don't know. We'll find out. I think.
Home versus away.
I hope so. That'd be pretty cool.
You said MLB The Show 2014?
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
it's called. MLB. Yeah.
Now, there's going to be another, a couple more games coming out for PSN, PlayStation Plus this month. You guys, make sure you watch this video that's going to air tonight at midnight. The weekly update this week is going to be ridiculous. There's a lot of free stuff coming out for Xbox players, PlayStation users, and we got some really good games coming out this week. So stay tuned.
All right, cool.
Okay, not too nerdy. What else you been playing?
Then also I have, like always, Warframe Wednesday, different news topics.
Are you gonna? Oh wait, I want to talk to you about this. I'm sorry to interrupt, but are you gonna keep doing Warframe Wednesday, or are you gonna? You said you might be leaving YouTube, going to Twitch.
I might be leaving and go to Twitch for a while, but I think this week I might keep it because I'm gonna be doing MLB The Show a lot this week, a lot. So
on Twitch.
So
Okay.
that's be on Twitch, and after that, I think every Wednesday, Thursday, I'm probably gonna do like maybe or just Wednesday Warfare Wednesday, but definitely for time being, I'm gonna stream a lot of those baseball games and stuff because I'm probably gonna do like a whole season or something like that. And that's probably better to stream it on over there than actually put on YouTube and flood videos.
Yeah, that's a long video, but that game has been a lot of fun in the past.
Yeah, and Amazon Fire TV, I finally gonna do a product review. I was supposed to do it last week. I had a video made and everything, and then Amazon announced that they had a partnership with HBO.
Oh, really?
So Amazon got a partnership with HBO, so not only do they have the HBO Go app now included with it, it's gonna come, and I think in 2 weeks it'll download to it.
Yeah.
They're also gonna have like special seasons, the first couple seasons of every show from HBO for free on Amazon Prime. Everything but Game of Thrones. But they have like the whole season and the whole series of like Sopranos are gonna be there.
Well,
they have
wait,
all these.
You skipped over something that was pretty. They're not gonna have Game of Thrones on their
Game
HBO.
of Thrones is the only one that they're not going to include inside Amazon Prime for Amazon Prime members. Everything else though, you're gonna get the whole, like for example, Sopranos, all those type of shows.
Yeah.
If the series finish, you have the whole series there.
That's HBO Go offers that everywhere, don't they?
No, I'm not saying HBO Go is the app, not just HBO Go. I'm talking about separate. This is for Amazon Prime members.
Okay. So you don't have to have HBO Go to
You
get
don't
all
have to
these.
even have HBO.
That's awesome.
So that's gonna be just for Amazon Prime members. So that's why I'm like crap. As soon as I found out that changes my review, that will actually be a great feature for that Fire TV to have that. So
They just keep adding value to Amazon Prime.
yeah, so that's something that separates them from Netflix and Roku.
Yeah. We didn't talk about that.
How much is Amazon Prime annually?
It's $100 now. They moved up to 100. So that's why, I mean, unless you have someone that's a student somewhere, it's half price. But I'm still listed as their student price.
Oops! You just said that out loud on the internet.
No, because I am a student still.
Oh, okay. I'm a student of life.
I need to find somebody with a coat that has Amazon Prime inside.
So, what kind of prompted this change from YouTube to Twitch? Like, what's been on your mind about that?
What do you mean? For what I'm changing?
Yeah.
The reason why I'm changing is like, I feel like I used to do a lot of gameplay footage, like full walkthroughs. You saw that with Infamous, stuff like that. You know, I flood too many videos on the channel, so I'm still going to do that for like main games, but there's no point in me. There's a lot of games I play on the side, and I stopped flooding YouTube with it, and you'll see like small footages, and some people are like, oh, I want to see the whole gameplay of it, you know? But it's a game that it's not as popular. I didn't want to flood it on YouTube. So now I figure, you know what, I could put that on Twitch, people could watch me live, or they could go back and see an archive to see the full thing. I don't have to edit it, it's a full thing, and they could fast forward to the gameplay that they want to see the part of it. So I figured that's probably the best thing to do.
A lot of people don't know about that about Twitch, but you can archive your broadcast off of the PS4 now too, which is nice.
Yeah, and like that's the thing, like especially a game like a baseball game. You know, every game's different. Yeah, I could show some on YouTube, but then what about other games in the series? If I'm playing in the whole season or something, people might want to see it, so I could post it on Twitch and just you can follow me like that on Twitch. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that baseball game too. I might be watching you. Maybe hopefully I'll be playing you in some of those streams.
Hey, yeah, man, that'll be good. We'll get a little game over there going. That'll be nice, man.
Yeah, that would be
good. A
good.
little change up pitch, strike you out. Sit down on the bench.
You ain't fooling me with the change up, man.
I got you, bro.
9 to 5 gamers, what are you up to this week?
I'm gonna finish playing Trials Fusion, or attempt to finish it. If not, I'll break my remote before I do finish it. But
that game is hard.
I bought Contra on my Wii U, and I also got what else did I buy? I bought a bunch of like old
Which version
retro
of Contra?
Punch Out, Super Contra, and then I bought Yeah, I bought Punch Out. I'm gonna use both of those for videos this week, and then I'm gonna start my Resident Evil. But I think I'm gonna do like Not Too Nerdy just said, and put it all on Twitch. I'm just gonna Twitch the whole Resident Evil.
Yeah, you do like highlights. So I like 9 to 5. I like when you do kind of long form content, like your Fez Let's Plays or your Donkey Kong stuff. Like Donkey Kong is a good example because I don't care about Donkey Kong that much. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But I watch those videos because during those videos, you're kind of half concentrating on the game, but you're also kind of letting this kind of like loose stream of consciousness flow out of your mouth, and I find it really interesting. I think it's some of your best content because you're not limiting yourself. You're just kind of you're being who you are, and not. I like that stuff a lot. I think those are some of your best videos. So maybe you can do that on Twitch, but just kind of cut out some of your favorite clips out of that and put that on YouTube.
The thing is I was gonna do my Donkey Kong every Friday, and it's ending up being longer than I would like it to be. So it's like I don't want to wait to play Resident Evil. I actually want to start it, and I didn't want to do 2 walkthroughs at the same time.
Just do 2, like a big 2-hour video.
31 sweet beastly gamer right now.
Yeah. I was trying not to laugh. He almost broke my focus. I'm like, damn.
Hold up, can I do that?
Convey player, what do you got coming up this week?
Probably posting some daylight game footage, go over some new gaming news that I got already written down in my notebook, and probably do some trolling on GTA 5 since I got an Xbox 360 now.
Nice. I'd like to see some troll videos. That's always a good time. Just don't do it to me.
And I might do a new update of my setup since I've changed it up a little bit.
Love that. I watch setup videos like on the regular on YouTube. Look at what the fuck is that?
I guess I'm a legal alien. No, I'm just kidding.
It lip tracks too.
Really?
Oh,
I
really cool.
had no idea. That's pretty damn cool.
This is also what happens after the show. Last week after the show, we just started randomly muting people. All right, that sounds great. I got all sorts of ideas for video next week. We're going to see how much time I have to actually film them. I have the Polk Audio headset. I've had it for about 2 weeks. I just have not had time to do a review on it.
Fucking dragon.
Not too nerdy. What's happening, baby?
BriarRabbit, did I interrupt you? I apologize. Keep going.
He's taking it all in. He's taking it all in.
It reminds me of Beetlejuice.
Turok, baby. It's all about that Turok game. All right.
It was about the same level of graphics, too. All right, guys, I think we should wrap it up. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh, that was awesome.